Good evening and welcome back inside the AFEC, where Southern Utah looks to extend their win streak to 3 games and continue their dominance on their home court as they welcome the Mavericks from UT Arlington into town for this WAC matchup. Dallin Richards alongside me is Jace Tenney, bringing you Southern Utah women's basketball here on Thunder 91 as we get you started with the Hermes Drive-In pregame report. Southern Utah and UT Arlington both struggling on offense. Southern Utah the last few games haven't scored above 70 points since the overtime loss to California Baptist. Here, their lone loss inside the AFEC, but need to find a way to get their offense going once again here tonight.
Exactly. They were able to bring out a solid win against Utah Tech their last time out with the win 62-49. It really was their defense that helped them overcome the Utah Tech. And I think that against a team like UT Arlington, they can score 70 once again. When they score 70, that is the magic number for SU. They are 9-2. So if they can get back over that benchmark, this will be a good game for them.
Good benchmark, and head coach Tracy Mason talked about it earlier this week on the Coaches Show, needing to find a way to get back in transition. The teams in the WAC know Southern Utah wants to run, especially here at home. They're going to try to defend that, but against a team like UT Arlington, with the size that they have at all 5 positions, it's key for Southern Utah to get out in transition. It might not be off a turnover, but off of a missed shot. Even once you get the defensive rebound, the other 4 players have to be out and running. Exactly.
For teams like UT Arlington, who have players like Kira Reynolds, who is averaging 3 blocks per game, good for 5th in the nation. You have to make sure she's not on the side of the court, making your shots uncomfortable, forcing you shots that you don't want to take.
And Reynolds, one of those names you will hear early and often for the Mavericks. Not only Kira Reynolds, but there's 3 Reynolds sisters along with Kira. It is Amaya and Mila Reynolds, all 3 expecting to start here tonight. We'll have that a little later on, but for the Mavericks, they've struggled offensively as well, averaging just 64 points a game, coming off a tough loss against Tarleton State in Stephenville over a week ago. Last Wednesday was their last game, but a 51-37 loss to the Texans in a 4th quarter where they didn't make a field goal, only scoring 3 points from the line.
Yeah, it's hard when you can't hit a field goal in the closing the game. I have seen that in the past 3 games, UT Arlington is shooting just 23% from the 3-point line. And so if they're able to get back up to 31%, which is pretty good for the WAC, and even in the nation, they should be able to hold up with SU.
And that's key, especially on the road. And it comes down to a lot of what teams can start fast. These 2 teams met back on January 3rd in Arlington. Southern Utah, the 58-55 win, but it was a 20-9 lead after the first quarter that gave Southern Utah the lead. And UT Arlington battled back as teams at home do, but Southern Utah did just enough to keep the win.
That 3-point lead doesn't really show how the game went for SU. They really had that commanding lead, and I think they are the better team coming into this matchup.
And that last matchup against UT Arlington, it was Ava Urick leading the way with 19 points and 7 rebounds. Sierra Chambers did her thing as well with 18 points and 3 rebounds. But it's the post players for Southern Utah that have to be big against a bigger lineup again in UT Arlington. Southern Utah doesn't have the size to match up, but Brooklyn Feely and Ava Urick, 2 of the best rebounders in the conference.
Exactly. Offensive rebounds is the key for SU. Last matchup, they out-rebounded Arlington 14-7. So I think if they crash the glass and get some offensive rebounds and some points off those rebounds, they have a good chance of winning this game.
In Arlington, it was a +8 rebounding advantage for the Thunderbirds, including 14 offensive rebounds for Southern Utah. As you talk about, if you don't shoot the ball at a high percentage, getting those second chance opportunities can be the biggest difference in the game. We'll take a quick break and come back and look more at the opponent in UT Arlington coming up after this. You're listening to Southern Utah women's basketball here live on Thunder 91.
For more than 31 years. Child and adult orthodontics are available at 66 West Harding Avenue, Suite A, and they're also open on Saturdays. Wilson Orthodontics has offices in Parowan and Beaver. Cody Wilson, creating smiles you won't want to cover with a mask. 435-586-8980. That's 586-8980. Wilson Orthodontics. Family discounts are available. Township Pharmacy is located near the hospital just off Main Street, and Bullock's Drug is downtown. Each pharmacy can fill your prescriptions, and they're happy to bring this broadcast your way. Curbside service available or inside the pharmacy. Township Pharmacy.
You're listening to Thunder 91. Now back to the game.
Township Pharmacy is located near the hospital just off Main Street, and Bullock's Drug is downtown. Each pharmacy can fill your prescriptions, and they're happy to bring this broadcast your way. Curbside service available or inside the pharmacy. Township Pharmacy. Brad's Food Hut is happy to present this broadcast. Brad's is a traditional fixture in Cedar City and features the Bronco Burger, fish and chips, grilled cheese, and grilled turkey sandwiches, chicken sandwiches, shakes, and of course, soft drinks. Brad's is located on North Main Street in Cedar City. You're listening to KSUU Thunder 91. Now back to the game.
Welcome back inside the AFEC as we continue to count down to tip off in the Hermes pregame report. Dallin Richards, Jace Tenney alongside me, and we talked about it a little bit before the break, but the post play for Southern Utah needs to be big here against the bigs of UT Arlington. What's the biggest matchup in your mind leading up to this game?
It has to be Ava Urich versus Kira Reynolds. Kira Reynolds is 6'4", and she's, like we said, averaging 3 blocks per game. So this is going to be a big game for Ava. She just did have 18 boards against them last time, and so if she can get those boards over Kira, then I think she's going to have a good game today.
Ava Urich, as Jace mentioned, the 18 rebounds against Utah Tech, a career high, now leading the WAC in rebounds per game at 10.3, averaging a double-double on the year. Brooklyn Feely right behind her, though, in the WAC standings. Both of them top 5 in a matchup where both are listed at 6 foot, going up against much taller defenders in UT Arlington. But they've shown time and time again this season, both Ava and Brooklyn can play bigger than their size shows, and a lot of it, especially for Ava, she talks about it almost any time she gets asked about rebounding. It fuels her game. The more she rebounds, the more of a flow she gets into offensively, and that's where Southern Utah can be dangerous against a team like UT Arlington, where both of their post players, Ava and Brooklyn Feely, both run the floor and can get out and transition with the guards.
Exactly. Anyone who plays basketball knows how demoralizing it can be if you're getting out rebounded almost every possession, offensive and defensive. So if SUU, including Brooklyn and Urich, they get those offensive rebounds, I think they can really give Kira a run for her money.
And a big one for the Thunderbirds as they look to extend their home record to 8-1 in the cozy confines of the America First Credit Union event, or the America First Event Center, as the UT Arlington Mavericks, a team Southern Utah has struggled with historically. That win on January 3rd, the first ever win against UT Arlington in this two schools' history. UT Arlington took the first 7 matchups in this series, and they're led by head coach Sharika Wright, who's done a great job at leading this Maverick squad. And time again, just last year, they were in the WAC Conference Championship game against GCU. Looking to get back to it, though, a slow start to conference play. Have to take that with a grain of salt, though, because they play high-quality opponents in the non-conference, including beating Texas A&M in Hawaii.
Exactly. I don't think their record reflects what type of team this is. They really are a long team. They make teams shoot shots they don't want to. If you go into the post, you're going to have to deal with their forwards and their bigs. And I think that a team like this can really go far.
And Tracy Mason talked about it after the win against Utah Tech, but in this conference, it's a weird schedule where you're playing everybody 3 times, and anybody can be anybody in this conference on any given night. But if you're Southern Utah, trying to keep pace with Abilene Christian, who they'll see here on Saturday, and California Baptist for those top 2 spots in the WAC and getting a bye all the way to the semifinals in the conference tournament, it starts with taking care of your home floor. and not giving up games at home. And then you have to find a way to win on the road as well, but you can't give up games at home.
Exactly. SU's offense right now, it may be struggling, but their defense is playing really well. So if they can up that offense and keep that defense up, I think they have a good chance of going far as well.
And this 2-game win streak for Southern Utah, they held Utah Tech last time out to just 49 points. It was 60 points on the road to Utah Valley in a game where Southern Utah, once again against the Wolverines, found a way to survive 25 turnovers for the win. Strangely enough, the recipe for beating Utah Valley for Southern Utah and Tracy Mason is turn the ball over.
Yeah.
They're 3-0 in their last 3 games against Utah Valley. Each of those 3 games with at least 25 turnovers. So it was 25 last time out. The time before that here in the AFEC, it was 27. And last year's meeting in Orem was 31 turnovers and a double overtime win. And I don't know if any coach will say that's a good recipe for success, but if it's not broke, don't have to fix it.
Yeah, exactly. I will say that that is specifically against Utah Valley. Last game against Utah Tech, they had their fewest turnover game, which is only 7. So I think they're starting to figure some things out, and we'll see some good play out of them tonight.
And a lot of that is also credit to that Utah Valley defense as well. The Wolverines in the top 4 in turnovers forced per game, as they average about 28 forced turnovers a game. So teams know that against that half-court trap, you're going to turn the ball over, but you have to mitigate those by scoring the basketball. Against these other teams, Southern Utah has historically had a good job this season of assist to turnover ratio, as they'll look to improve on that once again here tonight. But ball movement is key, especially trying to get the ball out in transition. Sierra Chambers in the fast break can find her open teammates, and it makes everyone's jobs easier.
Exactly. When she's scoring 15.5 points per game, teams have to focus on her more often, and that leaves her open, her teammates open, so she's averaging also 3.5 assists because of that.
And we'll take a break for the national anthem. We'll come back with keys to the game and starters here as we get you set for Southern Utah women's basketball here live on Thunder 91.
Clark & Linford Jewelers has been a staple on Main Street in downtown Cedar City since the 1970s. Cedar has grown a lot since then, but we are still your hometown jeweler. Our commitment to our customers remains the same, to help you find pieces you will love for years to come. Whether you're looking for an engagement ring, wedding band, or fashion piece, we'd love the opportunity to help you find your piece. Find us at 83 North Main Street in Cedar City and follow us on Facebook and Instagram. Clark & Linford Jewelers, still your hometown jeweler, where SUU gets engaged.
Bullock strives to be the very best in serving you in Cedar City, offering fashion, decor, and kids items, as well as a fun old-fashioned soda fountain and pharmacy. We are a place where you can come enjoy unique shopping, a fun atmosphere, and quality service from all of our 4 stores on Main Street. Bring the family, grab a treat, and find that perfect gift. Enjoy your shopping experience with us. Bullock's, 91 North Main and historic downtown Cedar City.
Kabuto's, St. George's #1 sushi and ramen bar. Student specials available Monday through Friday from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. Make sure and give them a follow on social media at Kabuto Utah for weekly giveaways and local events.
Chrysalis is looking for people who want to make a difference by joining their team of direct support professionals. Team members provide supported living services and become mentors, coaches, and friends. They make lasting memories, participate in fun activities, and help individuals reach their goals and become more independent. Chrysalis offers competitive pay and flexible schedules. More information and the online application are available at chrysalis.care. That's chrysalis.care.
Hermes Drive-In is happy to sponsor youth activities in our area. They are located just north of the City Park on Main Street. Hermes features burgers, shakes, fries, and soft drinks, and a variety of other items, including scones. Hermes Drive-In, 294 North Main Street, Cedar City.
You're listening to Thunder 91. Now back to the game.
Welcome back inside the AFEC as we get you set for tip-off for Southern Utah women's basketball here on Thunder 91. Dallin Richards, Jace Tenney alongside me as we continue with the Hermes Drive-In pregame report. Jace, for UT Arlington and head coach Sharika Wright, what do you need to do here to get a win on the road?
I really think you need to make SU uncomfortable. Funnel the players in to your big players like Kira Reynolds and force them to take shots contested by her 6'4" friend.
And if you're Southern Utah looking to extend your win streak back up to 3 and continue to defend the home court here in the AFEC, what is Tracy Mason telling her team they need to do tonight?
I think you just got to hit your shots. Score 70 points, and I believe you're going to win this game.
It's as simple as that. You just score at least one more point than the opponent, and good things tend to happen. As head football coach Delane Fitzgerald always says when you talk to him before a game, what's the key to the game? Well, we're going to go out and battle for 3 hours and hope that we score one more point than our opponent tonight. And that's a pretty good key. Sometimes it's just that simple. The way you get there can be difficult as well. But we'll get you your starting lineups here. First, starting with the visiting Mavericks from UT Arlington at 8-11, 2-5 in WAC play this year. Head coach Sharika Wright is in her 6th season at the helm of the Lady Mavs. And starting for her is a 5'9" senior from Poliat, Washington, and the the College of Southern Idaho transfer, number 0, Callie Hazlett. A redshirt sophomore from South Bend, Indiana, Purdue transfer, number 1, Amaya Reynolds. A 5'6" senior from Missouri City, Texas, Adolis High School graduate. Someone who missed the first meeting against the Thunderbirds on January 3rd, number 5, Nia Threet. And then down low, it's the 6'1" junior from Cedar Hill, Texas, and Colorado transfer, number 13, Jaden Atchison, and number 11, the 6'4" freshman from South Bend, Indiana, Kira Reynolds. For the Thunderbirds, coming in at 13-7, 5-3 in WAC play, in 3rd place currently in the WAC standings. Your Southern Utah Thunderbirds under head coach Tracy Mason in her 8th season at the helm. It's the same starting 5 you've grown familiar with this season. Starting at point guard is the 5'8" sophomore from Danville, California, number 3, Sierra Chambers. In the backcourt with her is a 5'11" freshman from Orange, California, number 22, Devin Kiernan. At 5'10", the sophomore from Crane, Oregon, number 1, Courtney Doman. Down low is the 6' junior from Burlingame, California, number 44, Ava Urich. And then down low, the 6' junior from Orem, Utah, the Umpqua Community College transfer, number 4, Brooklyn Feely. Southern Utah in the all whites at home, red numbers and letters. UT Arlington in the road blues with orange numbers and blue letters across the chest. We're set for tip-off. It is Feely and Kira Reynolds in the center circle as we get you set for the Chrysalis first quarter. The tip is won by UT Arlington, and Nia Threet brings the ball up. Mavericks now swing around the perimeter. They get Kira Reynolds on the right block. Reverse layup doesn't fall over Feely, who fights off Reynolds for the rebound. Decides to bring the ball up herself. Brooklyn Feely going coast to coast. Pump fakes, holds that pivot foot. Now goes up for a contested shot, no good. And the rebound to Reynolds. Now looking to run in a hurry. Spinning through the lane, right-handed hook shot is off there from Amaya Reynolds. Goes out of bounds, last touched by Southern Utah. So UT Arlington holds on to possession, a fast pace here, 30 seconds in. Both teams still scoreless. Inbound goes to the right corner. A short mid-range jumper is short from Atchison, and Ava Urich brings the ball up for Southern Utah. Looking for the first points today. Hands to Chambers. Feely along the right wing. Thought about the 3, got Reynolds in the air, drives into the lane. Urich right block, can't get the layup to fall, but she's fouled. Ava Urich will head to the free throw line for the first time tonight.
You can see what happens when UT Arlington doesn't have Kira Reynolds in the post. SU's going to attack it, and they want her involved on almost every play.
The first foul against UT Arlington goes against Amaya Reynolds. Sends Ava Urich to the line for a pair. Knocks down the first. Urich on the season, 13 points and 10 rebounds on the year. Goes 1 for 2 from the line, and the rebound goes to Amaya Reynolds for UT Arlington. 1-0 Southern Utah, 1 minute into this first quarter. UT Arlington swings around the perimeter. Amaya Reynolds now hands to Nia Threet, right wing. Guarded by Kiernan. Crossover dribble, driving left, spins at the WAC logo. Right-handed push shot off the glass and in for Nia Threet. The first points for UT Arlington gives them a 2-1 lead. 8:40 to go first quarter. Feely along the right block, faces Kira Reynolds, now drives into the paint, spins back right, short on the hook shot. Kira Reynolds gets the board for UT Arlington, looking to run, going coast to coast. Kira Reynolds layup, too strong, rebound won by Courtney Doman. For Southern Utah, up to Chambers.
Kira Reynolds is not afraid to bring the ball up the court, and I like that because she really is the star power for this offense for UT Arlington.
Brooklyn Feely on the left block, kicks out to Doman, top of the key now, Kiernan, right wing. Driving left, 14 on the shot clock. Good defense from UT Arlington. Kiernan keeps it though, finds Feely, driving the left baseline, kick out Chambers, right corner. She drives baseline, push shot, short. Feely's there for the rebound, and a foul is called against UT Arlington. It stays Southern Utah possession.
Brooklyn Feely making her presence known tonight. Already has a couple of rebounds and is making life difficult for Kira Reynolds.
Chambers to inbound for Southern Utah, 20 on the shot clock, baseline out. Inbound goes to Urich, left elbow, drives middle of the paint, up and in for the floater plus the harm. Ava Urich with all 3 points for Southern Utah, back at the free throw line for one more.
If I'm SUU, I'm perfectly fine with her going to the line every single time down the court. She shoots 72% from free throw, and I'll take it all day long.
That foul against Nia Threet, her first, and the second against UT Arlington, as Ava Urich makes them pay. 4-2 Thunderbird lead, 7:45 to go first quarter. Mavericks going across the perimeter, pull-up jumper just inside the three-point line, rims out from Atchison, and the rebound to Urich, looking to run, finds Feely running the court. Easy right-handed layup in transition, and that's a big key for Southern Utah. When you can have your forward, get the rebound, and then push the pace and find your other forward running in the court.
Exactly, makes it difficult for Arlington in every aspect of the game.
6-2 Thunderbird lead, 7:15 to go first quarter. Mavericks with the ball. Hazlip left wing, takes a screen, stops at the elbow, pull-up jumper, short. Feely's there for her third rebound. Up to Chambers, Southern Utah looking to run. Devin Kiernan now, left-handed layup, up and in. Fast break is open, and that forces a timeout from Sharika Wright. Southern Utah out to an 8-2 lead, 7 minutes to go in the first quarter. We'll take the break as well and come back with the rest of the first quarter here live on Thunder 91.
Clark & Linford Jewelers has been a staple on Main Street in downtown Cedar City since the 1970s. Cedar has grown a lot since then, but we are still your hometown jeweler. Our commitment to our customers remains the same, to help you find pieces you will love for years to come. Whether you're looking for an engagement ring, wedding band, or fashion piece, we'd love the opportunity to help you find your piece. Find us at 83 North Main Street in Cedar City and follow us on Facebook and Instagram. Clark & Linford Jewelers, still your hometown jeweler, where SUU gets engaged.
Welcome back inside the AFEC, where the Thunderbirds have an 8-2 lead, 3 minutes into the ball game. Dallin Richards, Jace Tenney alongside me, bringing you Southern Utah women's basketball here live on Thunder 91. We talked about it in the pregame. Southern Utah looking to find a way to get back in transition. They haven't turned UT Arlington over, but they're getting out in transition still.
Exactly, half their points are coming from it. And when you have players like Kira Reynolds, who may be 6'4", and she's good at blocking shots, it does slow you down in the transition. And that forces her to be on the other side of the court when they're making layups.
And the last 2 buckets for Southern Utah came by way of fast break off of defensive rebounds. And now that forced the Sharika Wright timeout. Try to right the ship for the Mavericks here early on. Same 5 out on the court for both teams. Hazlip, Amaya Reynolds, Nia 3, Kira Reynolds, and Jaden Atchison for UT Arlington with the ball. For Southern Utah, it's Sierra Chambers, Devin Kiernan, Courtney Doman, Ava Urich, and Brooklyn Feely. Urich leading the way with 4 points here early on and a couple rebounds. Brooklyn Feely and Devin Kiernan each adding a layup apiece. The 3 rebounds, though, for Brooklyn Feely, almost out-rebounding UT Arlington by herself in these first 3 minutes. It is Nia 3 to yo-yo the ball across the timeline for the Mavericks. Swinging around the perimeter now, finding a backdoor cut in Atchison, guarded by Doman. Blocked from behind by Urich, and Doman comes away with it for Southern Utah. Chambers slows things down now for the Thunderbirds. Leading 8-2, crossover dribble, now driving left. Kick out Doman, left corner, drive baseline, finds Chambers once again. Urich, top of the key, 15 on the shot clock, driving right. Stops in the middle of the paint and traveled, shuffled the feet. Wanted a foul there, but the shuffle came first. So the first turnover for Southern Utah gives the ball right back to UT Arlington.
Despite that travel, I still think SUU has the momentum here, and I think they need to keep up that pace and force Arlington into their own game.
3 yo-yo dribble along the left wing, guarded by Devin Kiernan for Southern Utah. Driving right, stops at the elbow. Now kicks back out. Atchison finds Kira Reynolds, middle of the paint. Going left, dribbles into the feet of Ava Urich, who comes away with it for Southern Utah. Chambers looking to run. Finds Courtney Doman, right corner, triple, too strong. Rebound to 3 in UT Arlington. Nia 3 going coast to coast, left-handed layup, up and in. Easiest bucket she'll get tonight. Stops a 7-0 run for Southern Utah. It's an 8-4 lead, 5:45 to go first quarter. Chambers, top of the key for Southern Utah. Crossover dribble, gets to the free throw line, kicks out to Urich, right wing. 15 on the shot clock as Urich drives baseline. Now posting up, gets doubled, kicks out to Chambers. Driving down, left elbow. Back out, Feely, right wing. Kiernan, top of the key, triple, bullseye. The freshman with the first triple of the game for Southern Utah. It's an 11-4 lead, 5:15 to go first quarter.
Absolutely beautiful passing for SUU right there.
Mavericks swing around the perimeter. It stops with Atchison. Pull-up jumper off the glass and in. The bank is open for UT Arlington early. And it cuts the deficit down to 5 halfway through this first quarter.
If I'm SUU, I'm okay with that shot all day long. It's a very inefficient shot in today's game.
Kiernan, right wing, finds Feely, right block. Drives baseline on Kira Reynolds. Pump fake, right-handed layup, and one. Brooklyn Feely. Good job there. Gets to the free throw line because she went into the chest of the shot blocker, not allowing Kira Reynolds to stay vertical.
She's shown she's not afraid of her early, and I think that's an awesome job. They already have 4 fouls on UT Arlington, and I think they're doing a great job.
Feely at the line for 1, looking to extend a 7-point Southern Utah lead. Coming off a 19-point double-double against Utah Tech for the Thunderbirds, earning her second WAC Newcomer of the Week award. Misses the free throw. Ava Urich gets called for an over the back, so it stays at 13-6. 4:44 to go first quarter. Hockey line change for UT Arlington into the game. Nia 3, the only player that remains on the court for the Mavericks. She brings the ball up. Now Godot, left wing. Swings over to Bello, free throw line. Gets the ball down low, and a foul is called on the entry pass as Mila Reynolds checks into the game and draws the foul. The foul against Feely. That's her first, the second on Southern Utah.
That's the thing about this UT Arlington team. They are a very deep team with their bench averaging 21 points per game.
Inbound goes to Robinson, guarding on Doman, and she draws a foul. Doman thought she got a block. Instead, it will send Robinson to the free throw line for a pair. Sophomore from Fort Worth, Texas. Kendall Robinson for UT Arlington, the first free throw attempts of the night upcoming for the Mavericks.
I think this is the way that UT Arlington gets back into this game. Go to their bigs down low. Don't lose faith in them just because it's beginning.
Robinson's first free throw, offside iron. Now with a chance to become the Southern Utah faithful favorite Maverick tonight with a missed free throw here. As you hear the student section starting to beg for cheese curds. Free throw is up and in this time. 13-7 Thunderbird lead, 4:25 to go. First quarter as UT Arlington comes out in a little full court pressure to slow the Thunderbirds down. Chambers though breaks it. Looking to set up the half court offense. Now a zone from the Mavericks as Urick hits the ball back to Chambers. Tries to feed it down to Feely. She gets it right-handed hook shot, too strong. The rebound to Mila Reynolds, and UT Arlington up to 3. Top of the key, crossover dribble on Kiernan. Drops off to Godot, free throw line extended. Down on the block to Bello. The hook shot too strong there. Rebound to Ava Urick in Southern Utah. And a frustration foul there against Godot. Fouls Ava Urick in the backcourt. As that was just the 4th team foul. No, that was the 5th team foul. So free throws for Ava Urick, something that Sharika Wright can't be happy with. Fouling the opposing team in the backcourt when you're in the bonus. It's a long walk over to the other free throw line.
Exactly. You can't do, these are what we call dumb mistakes. If you do these all day long, that's how you lose games. This is what leads to your team having a 8-11 record when you should be better.
Urick from the free throw line goes 2 for 2 on that trip. Already 4 of 5 on the night from the free throw line. Extends the lead to 15-7. 3:45 to go here, Chrysalis first quarter. Brooklyn Feely heads to the bench for Southern Utah. Ashley Banks checks in for the first time, the 6'5 senior. Sellers into the game along the right wing for UT Arlington with the ball. Now it's Mila Reynolds, top of the key. Hands off to Robinson. Free throw line driving left on Doman. Spins back right, rejected by Courtney Doman. The loose ball to Ava Urick, up to Chambers, now looking to run. Sierra Chambers goes to Doman, drives right baseline, kicks back out. Chambers, right wing three, in and out. Rebound goes to UT Arlington and Bello as they now look to run themselves. Into transition, Mila Reynolds guarded by Courtney Doman. Can't get the layup to go. Banks comes away with the rebound for Southern Utah as Chambers looks to run again. Coast to coast, left-handed layup, and one. Sierra Chambers with the bucket. It's a 10-point lead for Southern Utah. Chambers a chance to make it 11. Sierra Chambers might only be 5'8", but among the best finishers in the WAC, can go on either side of the court.
And man, can't she run? She was fast down that court, and it forces UT Arlington in an uncomfortable position, so she can let that left-handed layup go.
Denver Anderson checks into the game for the first time. Ava Urick heads to the bench for a breather for Southern Utah with Chambers at the line. Goes and knocks down the free throw. A top free throw shooter in the country in Sierra Chambers, just under 88%. 18-7, Thunderbird lead, 2:45 to go first quarter. Robinson top of the key for the Mavericks. Pick and pop with Reynolds. Too strong on the triple. The rebound bounces around. Denver Anderson scoops it up. Sierra Chambers looking to run again. Now Courtney Doman right wing. Crossover dribble, gets into the paint. Kicks out to Anderson, drives to the WAC logo. Dump off to Ashley Banks, rejected from behind. It stays though with Southern Utah. As that was Bello who got back on defense for the block for UT Arlington. Good ball movement though for Southern Utah. Even when they're not in transition, they're moving at full speed ahead in the half court. Banks nearly lost it, but saves it along the right corner. Out to Anderson, right wing. 10 on the shot clock to Doman. Doman, crossover dribble, driving left. Finds a cutting Sierra Chambers, pulls up from the free throw line too strong. Gets her own miss though, and traveled, shuffling the feet through the double team. And it's turnover number 2 for Southern Utah. (18-7) still the lead. 2 minutes to go, first quarter. UT Arlington looking for a spark on offense. Mila Reynolds, left elbow. Hands off to Robinson. Guarded by Doman, driving left. Spins back right. Stuffed there, has to kick back out. Pull-up jumper, deep two-pointer, up and in once again. This one, Amaya Reynolds, her first bucket of the game. 18-9 now the lead.
They're finally getting something to go, and I think they should keep going back to her if she's hot.
Banks on the right block for Southern Utah. Kicks out to Doman, right wing. Now Kiernan, top of the key. Thought about the three, instead drives left, loses it. Robinson stripped it away. Looking to go one-on-one. Euro step past Chambers, reverse layup up and in for Robinson. 18-11, Southern Utah still leads as Chambers returns the favor. Left-handed layup, coast to coast, and one. Sierra Chambers back to the free throw line for another and one, and she got to the paint faster than I could even look up after seeing the score.
Man, you can almost feel the air being let out of this UT Arlington team. With buckets like that, after a good bucket on the transition for their end, Sierra Chambers comes right back at it and gets an and one and just shifts the momentum straight back to SU.
Now, we talked about the fast break points off of defensive rebounds for Southern Utah. I wasn't anticipating fast break off of made baskets from UT Arlington, but that's what Sierra Chambers just gave the Thunderbirds as she extends the lead back up to 10 after the free throw. 21-11, 1:10 to go, first quarter. Bello, left elbow, kicks out to three, left corner. Driving right, gets the switch with Banks. Scoop shot up and in over Ashley Banks. Nia 3 up to 6 points now for the Mavericks to lead the way.
She really has been the only bright spot for UT Arlington tonight, and I can see them going back to her all night.
Chambers dances at the top of the key, swings. Now it's Kiernan. Over to Bella Hassan, just in for Southern Utah. 12 on the shot clock. Hassan calls for a screen, takes it going left from Banks. Loses it on the drive though. Nia 3 comes away with it. Up to Robinson on the fast break. Layup too strong. Rebound to Chambers in Southern Utah. No shot clock. Southern Utah can hold for one final shot if Chambers wants. Instead, she drives into the paint and then realizes that she gets mauled, but no call as they reset. 13 now on the game clock.
Smart basketball, holding it until that last shot so you can increase your lead and have no shots coming back against you.
Right on cue, Atchison finally gets caught with her hand in the cookie jar, playing physical defense against Sierra Chambers. And that will send Chambers back to the free throw line for 2 more shots. Second foul on Atchison here in the first quarter.
And like you said, she's shooting just under 88%. I love this shot for the SU.
And if you're head coach Tracy Mason, you have to be happy with how your team's attacking the bigger UT Arlington team. Free throw attempts 9 and 10 here in the opening quarter coming up for Southern Utah as Chambers goes in and out on the first. And we'll blame you on that one for the announcer's jinx there. Chambers rims out on both, and the rebound to Bello and UT Arlington. Looking to go in a hurry. It's a right wing 3, too strong there from Hazlip. Hassan gets the rebound, half court heave, doesn't fall. Southern Utah up by 8 though after a quarter of play. 21-13, Thunderbirds on top of the Mavericks after 1. We'll be back with the second quarter after this. You're listening to Southern Utah women's basketball here live on Thunder 91.
Township Pharmacy is located near the hospital just off Main Street, and Bullock's Drug is downtown. Each pharmacy can fill your prescriptions, and they're happy to bring this broadcast your way. Curbside service available or inside the pharmacy. Township Pharmacy. Brad's Food Hut is happy to present this broadcast. Brad's is a traditional fixture in Cedar City and features the Bronco Burger, fish and chips, grilled cheese, and grilled turkey sandwiches, chicken sandwiches, shakes, and of course, soft drinks. Brad's is located on North Main Street in Cedar City.
Chrysalis is looking for people who want to make a difference by joining their team of direct support professionals. Team members provide supported living services and become mentors, coaches, and friends. They make lasting memories, participate in fun activities, and help individuals reach their goals and become more independent. Chrysalis offers competitive pay and flexible schedules. More information and the online application are available at chrysalis.care. That's chrysalis.care.
Hermes Drive-In is happy to sponsor youth activities in our area. They are located just north of the City Park on Main Street. Hermes features burgers, shakes, fries, and soft drinks, and a variety of other items, including scones. Hermes Drive-In, 294 North Main Street, Cedar City.
You're listening to Thunder 91. Now back to the game.
Welcome back inside the AFEC, where Southern Utah holds a 21-13 lead over UT Arlington after a quarter of play. You're listening to Southern Utah women's basketball here live on Thunder 91. Dallin Richards, Jace Tenney alongside me, and the lone bright spot for UT Arlington has been Nia Three so far. Hasn't missed a shot from the field.
Yeah, she's given SU a bit of a taste of their own medicine, kind of. And like you said, she's the only bright spot for Arlington. I'm hoping that they utilize her a little bit more, and so her team can feed off of that energy and get back into this game. 6
points for three there in the first quarter. For Southern Utah, they were led by Chambers and Urick with 6 points apiece. Kiernan and Feely adding 5 and 4 respectively for the Thunderbirds, as we come out to start this second quarter with Thunderbirds will have the ball. Hassan, Chambers, Banks, Kiernan. Check that. Chambers, Doman, Kiernan, Feely, and Urick, the starting 5 for Southern Utah out on the court, as UT Arlington comes out in a zone and the ball goes in and out of the hands of Devin Kiernan. Turnover number 5 for Southern Utah. Now Nia Three will yo-yo the ball for the for the Mavericks, excuse me. Looking to cut into that deficit. You get the ball to Kira Reynolds, guarded by Urick, spins back right, hook shot up and in for Kira Reynolds. 21-15, 9:30 to go, second quarter.
UTA bringing the big guns with 2 big centers into the game. I think they're hoping to attack the paint a little bit more and force SU to back out to the three-point line.
Brooklyn Feely gets the ball left corner, guarded by Rodriguez, drives baseline. Feely nearly loses it, but throws it off of Rodriguez, and it stays here with Southern Utah. 11 on the shot clock. Chambers will inbound along the right baseline for Southern Utah. Inbound goes all the way out to Doman, top of the key. Now Urick, free throw line extended. Chambers right wing, driving left, stops at the elbow, needs help. Kiernan, top of the key. Book it! The freshman with her second triple, and it's a lead back up to 9 for the Thunderbirds.
Almost nothing more demoralizing than the last second 3.
UT Arlington with it, looking for an answer. They get the ball to Rodriguez under the basket, reverse layup up and in around Feely. 24-17, 8:38 to go, second quarter.
UTA once again using that height to their advantage deep in the post.
Thunderbirds in the half court against the zone. Urick, right elbow, takes a power dribble, now kicks out to Kiernan, right wing. Chambers, driving, Kiernan wants another triple. That one too strong from the right elbow. Doman comes away with it though for a second chance opportunity for Southern Utah. And she gets fouled, trying to find Chambers, just too aggressive there on the defense. Hazlett picks up the foul, her first, and the first on UT Arlington here in the second quarter. Chambers will inbound baseline out, reset the shot clock to 20 for the Thunderbirds. Inbound to Urick, right elbow. Tries to go across to Feely, tipped away by Reynolds into the hands of Robinson. Looking to run, now slows it down. Guarded by Courtney Doman for Southern Utah. They go right down to Kira Reynolds, right block. Can't get around Feely, tries to go up and over and draws the foul. The second on Feely. That will send Kira Reynolds, the freshman, to the free throw line for a pair.
She's shooting 71% from free throw today this season, and I think this is a perfect way for her to get back into this game, hit those free throws, get warmed up, get back into it.
Brooklyn Feely heads to the bench with those 2 personal fouls. Ashley Banks back in for Southern Utah. 7:57 to go in the second quarter as Kira Reynolds' first free throw is short.
SU may be a small school, but dang, this crowd is louder than it is. This is a six-man coming into play.
Reynolds goes 1 for 2, 24-18. Thunderbirds still on top. Kiernan nearly loses it, instead saves it, gets it back. Left wing triple, too strong. Rebound to Rodriguez and UT Arlington. Nia Threet brings it up for the Mavericks. Rodriguez, top of the key, swings to Hazlip, down to Kira Reynolds, left block. Guarded by Urich, goes up and over. Can't get the bucket to fall, but a foul is called against Ava Urich, now her second. And Kira Reynolds right back to the free throw line for 2. So Brooklyn Feely and Ava Urich both now on the bench with 2 fouls. We'll see how long Tracy Mason and Southern Utah can hold on with their 2 post players on the bench.
Exactly. When you get those players into foul trouble, it really makes it hard because you have to bring in those backups, and then they'll struggle against a warm Kira Reynolds.
Kira Reynolds rims out on the first free throw. We'll have one more from the line. UT Arlington as a team, 2 for 5 early on from the free throw line. Reynolds goes 0 for 2, and everyone gets free cheese curds from Culver's. Denver Anderson with the rebound for Southern Utah. Chambers looking to run, gets to the paint, can't find the dump off pass. It goes off of Ashley Banks. And another Southern Utah turnover, number 7 on the night here early.
When you're pushing that pace like SU has been, you're bound for turnovers. So I would be okay with them if I'm SU's coach.
T. Arlington trying to cut into that 6-point deficit. And a moving screen is called against Rodriguez away from the ball, trying to free up Kira Reynolds. That's the second on UT Arlington, the first on Rodriguez here tonight. Full court pressure now coming from UT Arlington. The inbound goes to Kiernan, now Anderson for Southern Utah. Up the court to Doman, right wing. Kiernan free throw line, now left wing with Chambers. Driving baseline, back out to Kiernan. Voids the interception, back to Chambers, left corner, triple, short. Rebound to Doman, rejected by Kira Reynolds on the putback, and now UT Arlington out and running. Nia Threet just inside the 3-point line, in and out from the left corner, and Courtney Doman comes away with it for Southern Utah. Going coast to coast, can't find the dump off, it finds the hands of Sierra Chambers though. Anderson top of the key, drives left, tries to get around Rodriguez, gets it up and over for the bucket. A great move from the sophomore for Southern Utah. 8-point lead, 6:25 to go, second quarter. Nia Threet yo-yo dribble for UT Arlington along the right wing, driving on Kiernan. Kicks back out Robinson, guarded by Doman. Spin back, middle of the paint, turnaround jumper, too strong. Chambers comes away with it for Southern Utah. She looks to go coast to coast in a hurry. Now backs it out to reset. Right wing, crossover dribble going left. Anderson nearly lost it, saves it in the left corner. Back out to Kiernan, reset with 15 on the shot clock. Anderson, top of the key, finds Chambers with 10. Right wing, takes the screen left from Ashley Banks. Goes all the way into the block, turn around, and a charge is called. She extended the arm, and that was enough for the officials. So that's the second foul on Sierra Chambers now. 5:39 to go here in the second quarter. Southern Utah leads by 8 as UT Arlington is amidst a 2.5-minute scoring drought. The Southern Utah defense picking up right where they left off in their last game Saturday against Utah Tech.
Exactly. Despite her lackluster offense today, Kira Reynolds has shown her presence on defense, making it hard for the SCU post players.
Nia Threet, top of the key, guarded by Kiernan, driving left. Double team comes with Banks, gets the scoop shot, can't convert though. Kiernan comes away with it for the Thunderbirds. She looks to run, now slows it down. Chambers, top of the key, guarded by Amaya Reynolds. They try to find Banks down on the block, they get it to her. Back to Kiernan, right wing. Zone giving Southern Utah fits here as they reset. 13 on the shot clock with Chambers. Doman right cornered, back to Banks. Faces, back to Chambers, top of the key. driving left into the lane, layup too strong, rebound to Banks, but it did not hit the rim. It's a shot clock violation. And another Southern Utah turnover to take us to the media timeout. Southern Utah leads by 8, 26-18 over UT Arlington. 4:49 to go in the second quarter. We'll have the rest of the half after this. You're listening to Southern Utah women's basketball here live on Thunder 91.
Chrysalis is looking for people who want to make a difference by joining their team of direct support professionals. Team members provide supported living services and become mentors, coaches, and friends, make lasting memories, participate in fun activities, and help individuals reach their goals and become more independent. Chrysalis offers competitive pay and flexible schedules. More information and the online application are available at chrysalis.care. That's chrysalis.care.
Hermes Drive-In has served Cedar City and our visitors for more than 45 years. With a diverse menu and affordable prices, Hermes hopes you'll come back again and again for their burgers, Navajo tacos, fries, house-made fry sauce, and more. Located just north of the City Park on Main Street, Hermes also offers shakes, soft drinks, and a weekly special. All roads lead to Hermes Drive-In, a proud sponsor of our local youth activities and athletes.
Welcome back inside the AFEC. Southern Utah leads UT Arlington 26-18 here on Thunder 91. Talon Richards alongside me is Jace Tenney. And Southern Utah doing a great job defensively. UT Arlington hasn't scored in over 3 minutes, but they haven't been able to capitalize to extend their 8-point lead. Exactly.
The only reason this lead isn't bigger is because SU has 9 turnovers. Despite their lackluster performance, UT Arlington only has 2 on the game. So they're not turning the ball over, they're just not hitting their shots. So I think that the upside for UT Arlington is a little bit bigger right now.
And it's 4 turnovers here in the second quarter alone for Southern Utah, allowing UT Arlington to stay within striking distance. But you look at the stats, and it's Southern Utah has a plus 10 rebounding advantage, plus 4 on the offensive glass. Is the turnovers that is keeping the Mavericks in the game, in a game where they're only shooting at 33% from the field so far, haven't made a three-pointer. Southern Utah on the other side now has dipped below 40% at 39% and has missed their last few from 3 to drop to 2 of 8. But Southern Utah needs to find a way to beat up this zone that's given them fits here in the second quarter. Great adjustment from Sharika Wright and UT Arlington on defense.
Exactly, that adjustment has basically saved UT Arlington. Without it, SU would still be pushing in transition, still be running down those bigs in the post, and I love absolutely what their coach has done.
UT Arlington will have the ball coming out of the timeout. On the court for the Thunderbirds, it is Sierra Chambers, Devin Kiernan, Courtney Doman, Denver Anderson, and Ashley Banks. Chambers on the court with 2 fouls for Southern Utah. Check that, she just has 1. They awarded 1 to another player for Southern Utah. Urick and Feely both on the bench with 2 fouls apiece as the Mavericks swing around the perimeter, and it stops with Bello. Free throw line extended, has to kick back out to Sellers, stops at the free throw line, back out Amaya Reynolds, driving right on Doman, turnaround jumper, too strong. The rebound saved by UT Arlington, but into the hands of Courtney Doman, who is fouled from behind. The 3rd foul on UT Arlington here in the second quarter. Amaya Reynolds picks up the foul, her 3rd.
You can tell without Ava Urick on the court for SUU, their offense is lackluster right now. I think once she comes back on the court, this lead will begin to grow.
As Amaya Reynolds heads to the bench with those 3 fouls for UT Arlington. Mavericks come out with that full court pressure, not a ton of pressure, just enough to slow Southern Utah down. And Chambers nearly turns it over, dives on the court, and it does fall into the hands of UT Arlington for turnover number 10. Trying to go in a hurry. Bello on the block against Banks. Can't get the hook shot to fall. Banks gets the rebound for Southern Utah. Now Chambers looks to run. Gets to Anderson, right block. Anderson, middle of the paint, back out Doman, top of the key, drives left, and is fouled on the drive. Another reach-in foul against UT Arlington. That one against Sellers, her first. Now Southern Utah in the bonus, the final 3:53 of the second quarter. But when you're playing against a team like Southern Utah that has 10 turnovers early, you're starting to see the Mavericks get a little more handsy, and that's where Southern Utah drew the most fouls in the first quarter.
Yeah, so there really is a bright spot for SU today. So I think they need to limit those turnovers. Sierra Chambers has 5 of the 10, so she really needs to get back to where she usually is.
As the turnover on the inbound led to a fast break. Nia 3, though, called for a charge. Thunderbirds and Courtney Doman did a good job getting back in transition. As Morgan Triguero, the sharpshooter for Southern Utah, checks in for Devin Kiernan. See if this can't break up the zone for UT Arlington. As Triguero near 50% from 3 on the season. Checking in for the first time tonight. She crosses the timeline to break the press for Southern Utah. Now Doman, right wing. Kicks out Chambers, top of the key. Driving left, finds Triguero along the left wing. Cross court to Doman, right wing. Back to Triguero, top of the key. Drives to the free throw line, dumps off to Banks, right block. Double team, and a charge is called as Ashley Banks ran right over UT Arlington and Mila Reynolds. As Olivia Malafu checks in for the first time, Ashley Banks heads to the bench. So both teams going deep in the bench with foul trouble to some of the starters. Both teams in scoring droughts. No one scored in the last 3.5 minutes. It's been nearly 5 minutes for UT Arlington. 26-18, 3:05 to go, second quarter. Go into the paint, middle of the paint, spinning back left. Can't get the hook shot to fall there from Bello. And the rebound to Doman, out and running. Courtney Doman, coast to coast, wrap around pass to Malafu, can't convert, gets her own miss, and it's rejected by Reynolds from behind. Bello comes away with it, up to Robinson, looking to run for the Mavericks, up and can't convert over Triguero, who gets the rebound for Southern Utah. And Sierra Chambers wisely slows things down for the Thunderbirds. One of these teams will break the drought eventually, just a matter of who. Southern Utah swings around the perimeter. Doman finds Malafu, right elbow, dump off, reverse layup, can't fall for Anderson under the basket. Rushed it a bit as she heard footsteps from Mila Reynolds. And it's back to UT Arlington. Robinson yo-yo dribble. Now Sellers left wing, 2:05 to go, driving left, left-handed layup, no, gets her own miss though. Dump off, put back up and in for UT Arlington, and Tracy Mason calls timeout. Southern Utah leads 26-20, 2 minutes to go here in the second quarter. We'll keep this one here as Southern Utah is starting to struggle a bit offensively, and it's not just the turnovers, though that's been a problem here, 7 in the second quarter. But the zone defense, they haven't been able to get the same ball movement they had in that first quarter where they were getting easy buckets down low. A lot of passes around the perimeter, but no dribble penetration.
Exactly. That's why the head coach for SU brought in Morgan Triguero. She is a great shooter from 3, like you said. That's how you break the half-court defense like that, is you get those shooters open, you let it fly. And they just haven't been able to do that yet. So I would like to see some more three-pointer shot up from her, see if she can get the ball into her hands.
26-20, Thunderbirds still leading over UT Arlington. 2 minutes to go in the Chrysalis second quarter as Ava Urich checks back into the game for Southern Utah. Chambers with it, gets double teamed and throws it off of Nia 3. It stays with Southern Utah. Nearly a 10-second violation as Southern Utah struggling to get the ball across half court. Inbound goes to Doman near half court. Back over to Chambers, now Triguero right wing. Urich, right elbow. Faces, now driving left, stops the free throw line, kicks back to Triguero. Doman, left wing, gets into the paint, dump to Urich. Floater up and in from 10 feet out. Ava Urich up to 8 points to lead Southern Utah.
She really does bring some life back into this SU offense, and it should really help out.
28-20, 1:23 to go. Rodriguez left block, kicks out to Mila Reynolds. Now Nia 3, right wing for UT Arlington as they trail by 8. Pick and pop, top of the key, triple, wide right. The rebound out of bounds, last touched by, they say Ava Urich. It stays here with UT Arlington. will be Robinson to inbound for the Mavericks. It goes to Atchison. Left corner, in and out on the mid-range jumper. And now Courtney Dolman comes for Southern Utah looking to run. Urich right block, give and go with Chambers. Stops at the free throw line, kicks to Dolman, left corner. Now Southern Utah resets. Chambers right wing, 15 on the shot clock. Down to Urich right block, guarded by Nia Threet. Takes a dribble, double teamed immediately. Morgan Triguero, left corner, triple. Hits every part of the rim and off the glass. Nia Threet looking to run for UT Arlington. Into the chest of Chambers, up and in on the right-handed layup. 28-22, Southern Utah still leads. Here, about a 5-second difference between the shot and game clock for the Thunderbirds as they lead by 6. Looking for virtually the final shot of the half. Dolman, right corner, finds Malafu, right block. Wide open Urich on the cut for the easy right-handed layup. First player in double digits with 10 points. The lead back up to 8 for Southern Utah. 5-4, Nia Threet, crossover dribble on Chambers. Draws the fouls, Chambers couldn't stay vertical. Nia Threet heads to the free throw line for a pair with 1.7 seconds to go in the half, and that's the second foul against Sierra Chambers.
Chambers really struggling with the speed of Threet. She's just being able to get to the basket and take whatever shot she wants. If they just keep attacking that, I believe that they'll be able to get back into this game.
Nia Threet at the free throw line for a pair. Senior from Dulles, Texas, averaging 9 points a game, is at that season average now after the first free throw. Has a chance for one more. That one rolls around the rim and in. 30-24, Southern Utah with the ball. 1.7 seconds to go in the half. Will have a chance for a half-court heave off the inbound if they can get it running the right direction. Inbound goes to Dolman, and they won't get a shot off. So Southern Utah heads into the locker room with a 6-point lead over UT Arlington. It's Thunderbirds 30, Mavericks 24 after 20 minutes of play. We'll have the Township Pharmacy and Bullock Drug halftime report after this. You're listening to Southern Utah Women's Basketball here live on Thunder 91.
This is Adam from Levitt Group Insurance. Thank you, SUU, for allowing us to be a part of this great community. We are honored to be your exclusive insurance sponsors and wish all our athletes the best this year. Levitt Group Insurance, proudly representing auto owners insurance, will provide you with great rates for all your insurance needs. For more information or to get a quote, please visit us at levitt.com/SUU. From all of us at Levitt Group Insurance and Auto Owners Insurance, thanks for the opportunity to serve you.
Since 1956, Les Olson IT has been behind the scenes, powering the people and businesses that make Utah thrive. 10 years ago, we expanded into IT and became Utah's trusted managed service provider, rooted in reliability, powered by innovation. Les Olson IT, celebrating 10 years of keeping Utah connected. Les Olson IT, providing solutions that empower your business.
Les Olson IT.
Brad's Food Hut is happy to present this broadcast. Brad's is a traditional fixture in Cedar City and features the Bronco Burger, fish and chips, grilled cheese, and grilled turkey sandwiches, chicken sandwiches, shakes, and of course, soft drinks. Brad's is located on North Main Street in Cedar City. Township Pharmacy is located near the hospital just off Main Street, and Bullock's Drug is downtown. Each pharmacy can fill your prescriptions, and they're happy to bring this broadcast your way. Curbside service available or inside the pharmacy. Township Pharmacy.
You're listening to Thunder 91. Now back to the game.
Welcome back inside the AFEC, where Southern Utah holds a 30-24 lead over UT Arlington. You're listening to Southern Utah Women's Basketball live here on Thunder 91. Dallin Richards, Jace Tenney alongside me as we get you set up in the Township Pharmacy and Bullock Drug halftime show. And similar to the first time these two teams met back at the beginning of January in Arlington, Southern Utah gets out to a fast start and extends that lead to double digits in the first quarter. UT Arlington, though, finds a way to battle back, and they do so on the defensive end in the second quarter.
Exactly. They did switch up to a zone, and that really suffocating this SU offense. They brought in Jaden Atchinson out to the three-point line, who is 6'1", with those long arms, holding Sierra Chambers and the other guards from SU from attacking that paint and forcing them to stay outside and take bad shots.
And 12 first-half turnovers for Southern Utah, something Tracy Mason and the staff will look to clean up here in the second half. But some things that stood out, if you're Southern Utah, Ava Urich had to sit a lot of that second quarter with foul trouble. She's leading the way with 10 points on, get this, just 3 field goal attempts. Southern Utah needs to find a way to get number 44 in White the ball more often. Obviously, those 3 attempts also in part because she got to the free throw line 5 times as well, but no free throws for Southern Utah in that second quarter as well after they shot 10 in the first quarter.
Yeah, they really weren't able to get to the basket and attack those bigs and show that they weren't afraid of them like they were in the first quarter. They did end up out-rebounding them 27-16, so that was a bright spot for them, but I think that they need to find a way to break this zone defense, and they'll be able to make their lead even better.
And for UT Arlington, Nia Threet leading the way with 10 points as well, but no other Maverick with more than 3 points. The next one is Kira Reynolds with those 3 points. Southern Utah, aside from Urich, have 6 points from Chambers, 8 points from Devin Kiernan as well. Brooklyn Feely had 4 points in the first quarter, but Feely, again, one of those players sit the second quarter with foul trouble. Her, Chambers, and Urich, all with 2 fouls, have to play discipline to start the third quarter. Southern Utah can't afford to have them on the bench for the majority of the second half.
Exactly. When your star players like that and your starters are in foul trouble, them coming on and off the bench is really difficult for them because they don't get in a rhythm, they don't get hot, and then your bench has to make up for those.
Other key stats in that first half, a 12-2 advantage for Southern Utah on the fast break. They have an 18-16 advantage in the paint. Thunderbirds not afraid of the size of UT Arlington. They just have to find a way to get the ball inside against that zone. I can't imagine Sharika Wright shakes that up in the second half.
Exactly. If it ain't broke, don't fix it is the common saying. So I bet she just keeps going with that zone. When they do get into the paint, they're surrounded by 2 players who are above 6 feet each, and it makes it really hard to make those shots.
It's Thunderbirds on top, though, despite the offensive struggles, 30-24 at the halftime break over UT Arlington. We'll take a break, come back, we'll look at scores from around the WAC, including the Southern Utah men, as they're on the road in Arlington after this. You're listening to Southern Utah women's basketball here live on Thunder 91.
When you're ready to sell your home, doesn't it make sense to hire a seasoned professional? I'm Jennifer Davis from ERA Realty Center. With my 25 years of experience, I can see around the corner for problems or opportunities that a less experienced agent may miss. And my extensive list of buyers will mean a shorter time on the market and more dollars for you at closing. For a free consultation, call me at 586-9775 or go to buyincedar.com. I'm Jennifer Davis. Put my experience to work for you.
Just like your favorite team brings the action, Pioneer Floor Coverings brings it home. With winning floors for every style and budget, we've got the game changers. Carpet for comfort, LVP for durability, hardwood for that all-star look. Locally owned and trusted across Southern Utah, Pioneer Floor Coverings delivers championship service at unbeatable prices. Swing by our showrooms in Cedar City or St. George, or score big now at pioneerfloor.com. Pioneer Floor Coverings, bring home the win!
Chrysalis is looking for people who want to make a difference by joining their team of direct support professionals. Team members provide supported living services and become mentors, coaches, and friends. They make lasting memories, participate in fun activities, and help individuals reach their goals and become more independent. Chrysalis offers competitive pay and flexible schedules. More information and the online application are available at chrysalis.care. That's chrysalis.care.
Hermes Drive-In is happy to sponsor youth activities in our area. They are located just north of the City Park on Main Street. Hermes features burgers, shakes, fries, and soft drinks, and a variety of other items, including scones. Hermes Drive-In, 294 North Main Street, Cedar City.
You're listening to Thunder 91. Now back to the game.
Welcome back inside of the AFEC, where the Township Pharmacy and Bullock Drug halftime show continues on. Thunderbirds leading UT Arlington 30-24 at the break. Dallin Richards, Jace Tenney alongside me here for Southern Utah women's basketball. And it's a 6-point lead for the Thunderbirds, but some tight games going on across the WAC. California Baptist on the women's side has the bye this night, so they don't play. Every game being played in the state of Utah on the women's side here tonight. Along down the road, just starting the second quarter down in St. George, Utah Tech and Abilene Christian tied at 12. Southern Utah will host the Wildcats here on Saturday afternoon as well. Tarleton State and Utah Valley in a battle after 3 quarters of play in Orem. It is a 3-point lead for Utah Valley. Gia Adams keeping Tarleton in it, leading all scorers with 21 points in that game. And this just goes to show you have last place Utah Tech, first place Abilene Christian. Granted, it is only a quarter of play, but especially on the road, it can be tough to beat anybody in the WAC, and anyone can beat anyone on any given night, and you get that in the standings as well.
Yeah, exactly. When the competition is so close, anyone can beat anyone, like you said, and different players can get hot at different times. And like we've seen tonight, some star players are cold and some bench players are hot.
And Southern Utah looking to defend their home court once again and continue in this 3-game homestand. It is the middle game of the said 3-game homestand. Southern Utah hosts Abilene Christian on Saturday as well. But for the Thunderbirds, they need to defend the home court and try to keep pace. A big game coming up on Saturday. You can't look ahead to Abilene Christian, but you look ahead. Southern Utah 5-3 at third place in the WAC. Abilene Christian 5-1 in the WAC in second place, and a big game coming up. And one of those teams that when you're fighting for position, you play everybody 3 times. But Abilene Christian is one of the teams that has to come to Cedar City twice. That can be big in playing a factor once you get into those tiebreakers at the end of the conference season.
And when you're facing one of the better teams in your conference, it helps when you come in with a 3-game winning streak instead of a 1-game loss streak. You come in looking at it a totally different game, sometimes like you're on par with them, or sometimes looking at like you're worse than them.
And Southern Utah looks to hold on for the lead. We've got 20 more minutes of basketball. We'll get you set for the second half after this with some adjustments for both sides. You're listening to Southern Utah women's basketball here live on Thunder 91.
With food that's made from scratch and fresh to order, Hermes Drive-In has options that every member of your family will enjoy. From your favorite burgers and fries to sandwiches, drinks, shakes, and more. Hermes is centrally located and easy to find at 294 North Main Street, just north of the City Park. Serving you and our community for more than 45 years, Hermes Drive-In is a proud sponsor of our students and athletes.
You want a job that makes a difference in the world. So join the Chrysalis team. Chrysalis is open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So we have flexible schedules for everyone. College student? No problem. Extra job? You got it. But what if you're looking for a career path? Absolutely. Chrysalis has mornings, days, and grave shifts available. Get paid to have fun, go to movies, share your talents, and make a difference. At Chrysalis, you are a mentor, a teacher, and a friend. Apply online at chrysalis.care.
Wilson Orthodontics has been serving Cedar City for more than 31 years. Child and adult orthodontics are available at 66 West Harding Avenue, Suite A, and they're also open on Saturdays. Wilson Orthodontics has offices in Parowan and Beaver. Cody Wilson, creating smiles you won't want to cover with a mask. 435-586-8980. That's 586-8980. Wilson Orthodontics. Family discounts are available. Township Pharmacy is located near the hospital just off Main Street, and Bullock's Drug is downtown. Each pharmacy can fill your prescriptions, and they're happy to bring this broadcast your way. Curbside service available or inside the pharmacy. Township Pharmacy.
You're listening to Thunder 91. Now back to the game.
Welcome back inside the AFEC as the teams come out to start warming up, preparing for the third quarter. It's a 30-24 lead for Southern Utah over UT Arlington as we continue with the Township Pharmacy and Bullock Drug halftime report. Dallin Richards, Jace Tenney alongside me, and it was a defensive battle there in the first half, especially the second quarter. Which offense will get it going in the second half, and how do they do it? We'll start first with Sharika Wright and the UT Arlington staff. What are you telling your team in the locker room down by 6?
What I'm telling them is keep attacking that paint. We are the taller team. We are the longer team. I think we can continue attacking and score a bunch. On the defensive end, I think I'm loving the zone switch. So what they're doing is they're bringing up their zone to half court or pressing full court sometimes, not letting SU get comfortable in one of those sets.
And if you're head coach Tracy Mason on the other side for Southern Utah, you're up by 6. The offense, though, struggled, could not get into a rhythm in the second quarter. Obviously, can't turn the ball over 12 more times here in the second half. But what adjustments are you making to break that zone defense?
Well, I'm going to have them keep attacking this paint, trying to get Uric one-on-one in that post because that's where she thrives. And for Sierra Chambers, who has half of SU's turnovers right now, I think that you take the ball out of her hands, let her get comfortable a little bit more, and go into a player like Devin Kiernan, because she's having a great game, leading second in points for SU and third in minutes. I think you're able to go through her a little bit more.
8 points for Kiernan, the freshman for Southern Utah in that starting lineup, averages 6.5 points per game. The only player to hit a triple in the game so far on either side. Southern Utah just 2 of 9. UT Arlington hasn't shot the 3 ball a ton, 0 for 3. If either team can get hot from distance, that'll open up the paint that much more. And if you're Southern Utah, that might be what you need to do against this zone defense to break that up for the Mavericks. But you have to start with getting the ball down low, like you said, allow the zone to collapse on you in the paint, and then find an open shooter from there.
Yeah, this is exactly where Triguero thrives. With a pass from that paint, just a bounce pass, nice catch and shoot, it allows her to shoot about 50% from 3, and I'm hoping they feed her a little bit more in the second half.
Thunderbirds were a plus 11 in the rebounding there in the first half, dominating the glass as they typically do. They've been led by Courtney Doman with 8 rebounds, as the Thunderbirds and Mavericks get set for the third quarter here in Cedar City. It is the starting 5 out on the court for the Thunderbirds. Chambers, Kiernan, Doman, Uric, and Feely. Uric and Feely and Chambers all with 2 fouls apiece. For the Mavericks, it will be Hazlip, Amaya Reynolds, Nia 3, Kira Reynolds, and Jaden Atchison, the starters as well to start this third quarter. It'll be Mavericks basketball on offense first. Just 30% from the field there in the first half, 50% from the free throw line at 4 of 8. Southern Utah, 38% from the field, 22 from 3, and 60% from the free throw line. Did not shoot a free throw in the second quarter after getting to the line 10 times to start the game. It is Hazlip to inbound at center court for the Mavericks. Nia 3 will have the ball to start the third quarter, and we are underway in Cedar City. 3 along the right wing, guarded by Devin Kiernan. They swing around the perimeter. Now Hazlip thought about the left wing 3, instead goes down low to Bello, gets it stripped away by Uric. So Bello in the game rather for Amaya Reynolds with 3 fouls. Uric, right wing, drives into the paint, tries to find Kiernan. It's knocked away though, and nearly stolen by Courtney Doman, but Kira Reynolds comes up with it for UT Arlington. She brings the ball up the court, guarded by Uric, goes into her chest. Left-handed layup, no. Gets her own miss, though, and the putback is good for Kira Reynolds, now with 5 points. The lead is 4 for Southern Utah. Doman, right corner, drives baseline, kicks out to Kiernan, left corner. Feely fouled on the entry pass on the block. Bello will pick up the foul, her first, the first on UT Arlington. Sierra Chambers will inbound along the right baseline for Southern Utah. Length and Jaden Atchison guarding the inbound. They try to go down low, a kicked ball against Atchison on the inbound, trying to find Feely under the basket. So reset, 20 still on the shot clock for Southern Utah. Chambers inbounding once again, and a kick once again. Third time's the charm. Hopefully, if you're CR Chambers in Southern Utah, can get the ball inbounded. We'll try for a third time.
This really is exemplifying exactly how the game's going. That length is giving her all the trouble.
Urick wide open, top of the key, triple. 13 points for the junior to lead all scores. The lead up to 7 for the Thunderbirds. 1 minute into this third quarter. Nia 3 along the left wing, driving right on Devin Kiernan. Kick out Atchison, right wing triple, in, out, and falls off the rim. Urick rips away the rebound, up to Chambers. Feely running the court, nearly loses it and gets out of bounds. A great save though from Feely to throw it off of UT Arlington. It stays Southern Utah basketball. 24 on the shot clock. CR Chambers right back to that right baseline to inbound. Into Kiernan, left corner. Urick, top of the key, driving left, spins at the free throw line, back out to Chambers. Feely, right block, back to Urick, right wing, right back to Feely, give and go. Urick, push shot, too strong, but she's fouled. Neva Urick back to the free throw line. Southern Utah starting this third quarter like they did the first quarter. Get the ball down low, and then the big-to-big passing from Feely and Urick is working well all night.
I think all the difference is Ava Urick. She is the spark plug to this offense for SU, and I can almost guarantee they'll go through her all game unless she has foul trouble.
Urick knocks down the first free throw, up to 14 points. On the night, has 5 rebounds as well, along with an assist. She goes 2 for 2. 5 of 6 from the line now is Ava Urick. The lead back up to 9 for Southern Utah. 8:20 to go, third quarter. Hazlip nearly dribbled it off her foot, controls it though, kicks back out to 3 near the logo, 15 on the shot clock. She drives right on Kiernan, gets the switch in Feely, and a foul is called against Brooklyn Feely on the drive. And that's 2 shots coming from Nia 3, and the third foul against Brooklyn Feely. We'll see if Tracy Mason keeps her on the court. No, Ashley Banks heads to the scorer's table. That's a heads-up play, though, for a senior point guard in 3. Realizing she has Feely with those 2 fouls, just went right into her chest there on the layup.
Yeah, it's smart basketball. Just target those star players and make them into foul trouble, force those backups to come in and get real minutes.
The 3 at the free throw line knocks down the first. She's 3 for 3 now on the night. Leads the Mavericks with 11 points. Most consistent spark of offense tonight for Sharika Wright and company. Goes 2 for 2 into the Southern Utah student section. 35-28, Southern Utah's lead. And here comes the full court pressure from UT Arlington, and Kira Reynolds playing safety picks it off. Coast to coast Euro step, can't convert. Urick comes away with it for Southern Utah, up to Chambers. Chambers getting mauled in the corner, double team, and timeout. Tracy Mason is, Chambers got caught. There might have been 3 or 4 fouls that could have been called, but it's a timeout instead. Southern Utah leading by 7, 35-28 over UT Arlington. 7:45 to go, third quarter. We'll have the rest after this. You're listening to Southern Utah Women's Basketball live on Thunder 91.
Chrysalis is looking for people who want to make a difference by joining their team of direct support professionals. Team members provide supported living services and become mentors, coaches, and friends. They make lasting memories, participate in fun activities, and help individuals reach their goals and become more independent. Chrysalis offers competitive pay and flexible schedules. More information and the online application are available at chrysalis.care. That's chrysalis.care.
Hermes Drive-In is happy to sponsor youth activities in our area. They are located just north of the City Park on Main Street. Hermes features burgers, shakes, fries, and soft drinks, and a variety of other items, including scones. Hermes Drive-In, 294 North Main Street, Cedar City.
You're listening to Thunder 91. Now back to the game.
Welcome back inside the AFEC, where Southern Utah has the ball with a 7-point lead. 7:45 to go, third quarter. Dallin Richards, Jace Tenney alongside me. And Southern Utah here in the third quarter now starting to see the full court pressure from UT Arlington again, but they've done a much better job of getting the ball in the paint here to start the third quarter and finding Ava Urick.
You can really tell that they were caught unprepared for this trap and these presses from UTA. You can tell that from the coaching, they're starting to get the ball down in the paint more, get the one-on-ones with the matchups they like, allow Ava Urick to go into the post, and get those fouls, get those shots up. 15 points for Urick to lead all scorers here tonight, to go along with 6 rebounds as well. Brooklyn Feely on the bench for Southern Utah with 3 personal fouls. Ashley Banks in the game for her. Other than that, it's the starting lineup for Southern Utah. Chambers, Kiernan, Doman, along with Urick. Out of the media timeout as well. Southern Utah, though, now down to just 2 timeouts left for the remainder of the game. UT Arlington has 3, but if you're Tracy Mason, a good timeout there as Sierra Chambers was caught in the trap without a dribble. But you have to find a way to break the press in the trap and preserve those timeouts for the end of the game when you need to advance the ball past half court. Exactly, you got to get those smart passes in, break the defense with your passing, not through dribbles.
Doman inbounds the ball to Ashley Banks. Now Chambers, right wing, driving baseline, all the way out. Kiernan, left wing, triple. Off the front iron, the rebound to Courtney Doman, though, for Southern Utah. Out to Chambers. Kiernan, top of the key. Back to Chambers, left wing. Drives right, stops at the free throw line. Finds a cutting Urick. Banks is wide open under the basket for the easy layup. The 6'5" senior, her first bucket, and the lead is back up to 9. A great find from Ava Urick.
SU doing what they do awesomely, which is that passing down into the post.
As Threet loses her footing there and falls, it's a travel, and turnover number 5 for UT Arlington.
Can feel that momentum shift down to the Southern Utah, and I think they're going to ride this wave all the way through the rest of the game.
So UT Arlington turns the ball over and goes right back to the full court pressure as now Ava Urick grabs the mop to wipe up the sweat. Gets a standing ovation from the band and student section. Doing it all on the court
Literally
tonight.
everything, yeah.
Now she'll inbound the ball. Southern Utah looks to break this full court pressure. Urick all the way out to Banks. Now Doman under the basket, stops, turnaround jumper, no, and a foul is called. It was late, but it was a foul. Courtney Doman will head to the free throw line. That's how you need to break the full court trap, though. Pass the ball before the double team gets there, and then you can get under the basket there in transition.
Exactly, have your guards and wings pull and push this defense around so that those gaps do open up and you can get open shots like that.
Doman at the line for the first time tonight. Gets her first point after the first free throw, the sophomore from Crane, Oregon. Does a little bit of everything for Southern Utah. Goes 2 for 2 from the line. The lead is 11, 39-28. 6:55 to go in the Wilson Orthodontics third quarter. UT Arlington swinging around the perimeter. Bello, free throw line jumper, off the glass, no. Rebound to Doman and Southern Utah. Doman in double digits now with 10 rebounds, gets it stripped though from behind and draws the charge right back. Turn the ball over and draw the charge to get it back for Southern Utah. Courtney Doman, as we talked about, does a little bit of everything, leading the team with 10 rebounds today, an assist, a block to go with those 2 points, but Southern Utah needs some more offense from players not named Ava Urick as they break the full court press. Chambers on the left wing. Swinging around the perimeter. Now back to Chambers, top of the key. Doman left corner, drives baseline. Pump fakes on the block, fadeaway jumper, no. Rebound won by Bello and UT Arlington, up to 3 as they look to run. 3 coast to coast, contested layup, no, and a foul is called against Devin Kiernan. Trying to argue she was straight up, but Nia Threet gets the benefit of the doubt, and that's just a senior going up against a freshman.
Yeah, she just knows exactly how to manipulate this defense into doing exactly what she wants, gets that shot up and the free throws, and she's probably going to hit at least one of two.
Nia 3 leading the Mavericks with 12 points, 4-4 from the line tonight. Has a chance for 2 more going into the Southern Utah student section. First one up and good. The senior for head coach Sharika Wright played her entire career here at UT Arlington. Looking to get the deficit back down to single digits. And she does. 39-30, Southern Utah on top. 6:03 to go, third quarter. Southern Utah breaks the trap in a hurry. Dump off to Banks, middle of the paint, up and in for the layup. And when you're 6'5", it's easy to just go up and over everyone. Banks with 4 points here in the third quarter. Lead is 11 for Southern Utah. Nia 3 guarded by Devin Kiernan. They swing around the perimeter. It stops with Reynolds. Goes against Urick. Turnaround jumper from the left block is pure. That one from Mila Reynolds, the junior and the oldest of the 3 sisters on the team for the Mavericks.
Even with the help defense, that was a good shot. She's able to make that a ton of the time. You can't be giving her those shots.
Cross court, Devin Kiernan, right wing, back to Chambers, top of the key. Drives left, stops at the elbow, out to Doman. Loses it out of bounds, an arid pass. And another Southern Utah turnover, number 16. Here tonight, the 4th in this third quarter. 41-32, Thunderbirds though lead, 5:13 to go in the third period. Nia 3 with the slow trot across the half-court line for the Mavericks. Setting up their half-court offense. Kiera Reynolds, free throw line extended. Hands back off. And it's dribbled off the foot there of Robinson, and UT Arlington turns it right back over. Their 7th of the night. Southern Utah gets it back halfway through the third quarter. Thunderbirds trying to figure out the zone defense. Find Urick at the free throw line. Takes a dribble, floater, wide left. The rebound to Kiera Reynolds and UT Arlington. Reynolds, cross court, right corner, triple, bullseye. Triple from Godot, the first for the Mavericks. The lead is down to 6, 4:30 to go, third quarter. 41-35, Thunderbirds lead.
If you're SUU, I would definitely get it down to Urick. She's definitely their offense right now. No one else is doing really much, so you got to get it down to her, give her some good shots.
So that takes us to the media timeout as Doman's pass goes off of UT Arlington and out of bounds. It's a Thunderbird 41-35 lead over UT Arlington, 4:19 to go, third quarter. You're listening to Southern Utah Women's Basketball here live on Thunder 91.
Chrysalis is looking for people who want to make a difference by joining their team of direct support professionals. Team members provide supported living services and become mentors, coaches, and friends. They make lasting memories, participate in fun activities, and help individuals reach their goals and become more independent. Chrysalis offers competitive pay and flexible schedules. More information and the online application are available at chrysalis.care. That's chrysalis.care.
Hermes Drive-In is happy to sponsor youth activities in our area. They are located just north of the City Park on Main Street. Hermes features burgers, shakes, fries, and soft drinks, and a variety of other items, including scones. Hermes Drive-In, 294 North Main Street, Cedar City.
You're listening to Thunder 91. Now back to the game.
Welcome back inside the AFEC, where Southern Utah holds a 41-35 lead over UT Arlington. Dallin Richards, Jace Tenney alongside me here for Southern Utah women's basketball on Thunder 91. And turnovers, still a problem for Southern Utah. 4 here in the third quarter, up to 16 for the game. Defensively, though, every time they've turned the ball over, they've forced a turnover against the Mavericks as well. They've matched that with 4 third quarter turnovers.
Exactly, that's the key. If you do turn it over, you got to get back on defense. Make sure you're playing defense. Don't let it get you down. Keep that momentum on your side.
Southern Utah being led by Ava Urick with 15 points to lead all scorers. No, Nia Threet for UT Arlington right behind her at 14. Only 2 players in double digits. Southern Utah got 8 points from Devin Kiernan in the first half. She's still scoreless. For UT Arlington, it's Kira Reynolds and Alexia Godot at 5 points apiece behind Nia Threet. Once again, if you're Southern Utah, though, you've got to figure out a way to break this zone. They've started finding Urick at the free throw line. It's just been getting the shot to fall after Urick gets the ball at the free throw line.
Yeah, I'm happy with the shots she's taking. I think the coach should be too. They're good shots. They're good percentage shots, and I think she can make them. She just got to start hitting them.
As the inbound goes to Chambers, top of the key. Urick now, cross-court Doman, left corner triple is blocked by UT Arlington, and Godot into the hands of Mila Reynolds. Nearly loses it off her own hip. Instead, they slow down with Robinson. Or check that, it's Sellers who just checked in for UT Arlington. Trailing by 6, the Mavericks looking for an answer. It's Mila Reynolds, left block, guarded by Urick. Into the paint, and it's stolen away into the hands of Sierra Chambers. Thunderbirds look to run, pulling up from the free throw line, in and out. The rebound is fought for and saved by Feely, but into the hands of Godot and UT Arlington. Godot looking to run on Chambers, gets to the left block, spinning around, layup, no, but a foul is called. Chambers swiped down. Would have been clean if she stayed vertical. That's her 3rd foul.
Yeah, UT Arlington sticking to their game plan of attacking those star players, getting them into foul trouble, and if they get their way, they're going to foul them out of the game and make it so that those bench players come in and have to make the big plays.
Alexia Godot at the free throw line for the first time tonight. Drills the first. It's a 5-point Southern Utah lead, but a 6-0 UT Arlington run over the last 2 minutes. Godot goes 1 for 2. Urick gets the rebound off the miss for Southern Utah. 41-36, 3:25 to go, 3rd quarter. Southern Utah breaks the full court press with Chambers. Triple teamed at the top of the key, now swings to Urick. Urick, top of the key, driving right. Hicks out Devin Kiernan, right corner. Replacing Urick in the corner for 3, book it. Ava Urick's 2nd triple in the 3rd quarter. She's up to 18 points. The lead is 8 for Southern Utah.
Man, she can shoot that 3. Despite her percentage on the season, I believe she's a great 3-point shooter, and they should keep going back to that shot.
Nia Threet, crossover dribble on Kiernan, lost her footing again and stepped on the baseline. Great defense from the freshman as she gets a breather. Morgan Triguero into the game for the Thunderbirds. Kiernan, though, good job not allowing Threet to get down the baseline, using the baseline as an extra defender.
Yeah, she's been getting there all game. That's where her free throws and her points are coming from.
A lazy pass from Ava Urick into the hands of UT Arlington. Courtney Dolman, though, breaks up the fast break, knocking the ball out of bounds from behind, forcing the Mavericks to set up their half-court offense, baseline out.
And players like Courtney Dolman, their impact doesn't always show up on the stat sheet, but it's always there.
Nia Threet in the left corner for the Mavericks. Swings over down to Kira Reynolds, left block. Right-handed hook shot up and in over Ava Urick. Couldn't do much with those 2 fouls. Lead back down to 6. Chambers rushes across the half-court line, now slows it down. Courtney Dolman, right wing. Now Urick, right elbow, cross-court Triguero. Left corner, finds a cutter and Chambers to the free throw line. Triguero, left wing, takes a dribble, now cross court, Chambers, right corner, dump off to Urick under the basket, up and in. A nice play there. Ava Urick up to 20 points now, 46-38, 2 minutes to go. Thunderbirds lead in the 3rd quarter.
That's Sierra Chambers' 5th assist. She's starting getting into the groove of things.
3 on Doman, goes all the way in on the pick and roll, and 1 opportunity. Doman hit her from behind. And Nia Threet trying to keep pace with Ava Urick. Now back to the free throw line, looking to get point number 17 on the night. Courtney Dolman picked up her 1st foul, the 3rd on Southern Utah here in the 3rd quarter.
I really expected it to be Kira Reynolds versus Ava Urick, but today it's Threet versus Urick, and I'm loving this back-to-back.
46-40, the lead for Southern Utah, though. Threet at the line for 1. After the made basket on the foul from Courtney Dolman. 6 for 6 from the line so far tonight. Make it 7 for 7. And the lead down to 5 for the Thunderbirds. Mavericks stay in the full court trap. Thunderbirds trying to break it. Need to get it across half court, and they do. Brooklyn Feely's wide open under the basket for the easy bucket. Boy, that pass came at 9.8 seconds in the backcourt, but Ava Urich finds Feely for her first bucket in the second half. A foul away from the ball against Brooklyn Feely, and that's her fourth. And right back off the bench is Ashley Banks. Brooklyn Feely struggling with foul trouble here, and when you're undersized, sometimes that's what happens going up against bigger post players, battling for position. There's a lot of hand fighting going both ways as we saw the replay here in the AFEC, but it's free throws for Bello, looking for her first points tonight. Drills the first.
Sometimes when you're a more aggressive team like UTA is being tonight, the refs are afraid to call a ton your way to give SU a path to the win, so sometimes you get away with a little more things. I think that's what's happening tonight.
Bello goes 2 for 2. It's 48-43. Thunderbirds break the full court trap again. It's Doman, right corner. Back out Chambers, top of the key, 15 on the shot clock. Down to Banks, right block, cross court, Triguero, left wing, triple, short, rebound, fought for and tipped around like a corkscrew. Nia Threet comes away with it, and it's a one-on-none fast break. Chambers nearly gets back, but it's an easy layup for Nia Threet, and the lead down to 3. Under a minute to go, third quarter. Mavericks just hanging around. Courtney Doman, right wing for Southern Utah. Now Triguero, left wing. Finds Urich on the left elbow, driving right on Nia Threet. Push shot up and in, and one. Ava Urich's fired up.
Take that matchup any day of the week. Ava Urich is much bigger than Threet, showing her strength and her shot finishing ability right there.
When Southern Utah needs it most, Ava Urich gets the ball and goes for the and one, up to 22 points on the night. Still 34 seconds to go in the third quarter. She knocks down the free throw as well. 51-45, Southern Utah on top. 34 seconds to go in the Wilson Orthodontics third quarter. Bella Hassan checks in for Southern Utah, trying to get Sierra Chambers a breather here right before the end of the quarter. Nia Threet, yo-yo dribble, 4-second difference, shot and game clock. Mavericks with the ball, down by 6. Want to make this the last possession of the quarter. Threet guarded by Hassan. Yo-yo dribble at the Thunderbird logo at half court, down to 10. Drifting to the left wing, 6. 5 going right, into the lane, layup. No, but a foul is called. Nia Threet will head back to the free throw line for a pair. Nia Threet's done that multiple times late in the quarter, just able to beat her defender off the dribble, force a foul late in the game clock.
When you have such a big screener and such a fast point guard dribbling the ball, it's really hard to get the matchups you want and force them into matchups they don't.
6.7 seconds to go in the third quarter as Threet knocks down the first. She's up to 20 points to lead UT Arlington.
She loves that spot at the line. She's shooting 8 for 8 for free throw right now. 9 for 9, and she's having whatever she wants.
Knocks them both down. Southern Utah looking for a final shot. It's Doman crossing the timeline. Oh, and she gets pummeled and knocks it down. Does it count? They are counting it. Her foot was on the line. It's a 2-point shot. Man, what a shot from Courtney Doman to end the third quarter. We'll talk about it to start the fourth. Southern Utah up by 6, 53-47 after 3. Final 10 minutes after this on Thunder 91.
At Cache Valley Bank, we value our heritage and the history we've built within our communities. With over 45 years of experience behind us, we are confident in our ability to equip our customers with the necessary tools and expertise to navigate their financial journey. Whether you are ready to expand your existing business, embark on a new business venture, or are seeking better personal banking, let us help you reach new heights. Cache Valley Bank, mountains await.
Wilson Orthodontics has been serving Cedar City for more than 31 years. Child and adult orthodontics are available at 66 West Harding Avenue, Suite A, and they're also open on Saturdays. Wilson Orthodontics has offices in Parowan and Beaver. Cody Wilson, creating smiles you won't want to cover with a mask. 435-586-8980. That's 586-8980. Wilson Orthodontics. Family discounts are available. Township Pharmacy is located near the hospital just off Main Street, and Bullock's Drug is downtown. Each pharmacy can fill your prescriptions, and they're happy to bring this broadcast your way. Curbside service available or inside the pharmacy. Township Pharmacy.
You're listening to Thunder 91. Now back to the game.
Welcome back inside the AFEC as we just got good news. Courtney Doman's shot at the buzzer was off in time and behind the three-point line, so the 6-point lead extends to 7, 54-47. Dallin Richards, Jace Tenney alongside me, and what, not a better time or a crazier shot for your first made field goal of the night there for Courtney Doman.
Exactly. It doesn't show up on the stat sheet, but momentum is a huge part of basketball, and that's going to give SU a ton of it right there.
Well, it does show up on the stat the box score in a way. It counts as a made field goal.
Exactly.
The importance of it, though, not fully in. It's Southern Utah up by 7 to start the fourth quarter. It is Chambers, Doman, Triguero, Urick, and Banks on the court for Southern Utah as they start with the ball as well. It would end up being a big swing after the buzzer beater to end the quarter. And starting the fourth with the ball. Urick, top of the key, drives left on Kiera Reynolds, hands to Chambers, push shot, too strong. Urick fights the rebound, puts the shot up, and can't get it to fall, but she's fouled and heading back to the free throw line for a pair. Ava Urick has been her night. 8 rebounds to go with her 23 points, and now going to the line for attempts 9 and 10 for Ava Urick. Urick short on the first, has a chance for one more for the first point of the fourth quarter. She goes 1 for 2, 55-47. Southern Utah on top. Reynolds brings the ball up. Check that Sellers for UT Arlington. Now it's Amaya Reynolds. Pick and roll. Throws it away, trying to find Atchison, cross the court in the corner, and it's turnover number 10 for UT Arlington. Southern Utah gets the ball back up by 8. As Doman crosses the timeline and gets it poked away by Atchison, but it stays with Southern Utah. Courtney Doman will inbound in front of the courtside seats here in the AFEC. Finds Chambers, top of the key. Triguero, right wing, takes a screen from Urick into the corner. Cross court, Doman, left corner. Now Chambers, left wing, drives in. Back out, and no, a travel first. No three-pointer from Triguero. Instead, it's a travel on Sierra Chambers, and Southern Utah turns the ball over for the 18th time tonight.
Just as Sierra Chambers starting getting back into it, getting more assists, getting her teammates involved, she turns it over once again.
UT Arlington looking to answer. Too strong, though, was Atchison on the layup, and the rebound to Triguero in Southern Utah, up to Doman. Cross-court Triguero, Chambers, left corner. In and out from deep, and Kira Reynolds comes away with it. Check that, Mila Reynolds. Ava Urick, though, rips it away to the hands of Courtney Doman, who needs help. Finds Morgan Triguero as they cross the timeline. Urick, right wing. Now Doman over to Chambers, left wing. Banks on the left block, guarded by Mila Reynolds. Back out Triguero. Pump fakes from the left wing, drives all the way in, can't hit the layup, and a foul against Ashley Banks over the back. Gives the ball to UT Arlington. The first on Southern Utah here in the fourth quarter. As a line change for UT Arlington is happening. It's 55-47, Thunderbirds lead, 8:19 to go in the fourth quarter.
You don't often see that many players subbed at the same time. I wonder what UTA is thinking right now.
Nia 3 in the game for the Mavericks, has the ball guarded against Chambers. Swings over Godot, right elbow, pick and pop, Kira Reynolds, top of the key, triple wide left. Triguero gets it for Southern Utah. She hands to Chambers. Sierra Chambers looking to go coast to coast. Crossover at the free throw line, hands off to Doman, left wing. Crossover dribble going left. Loses it, but a foul is called first, and we'll see who they get. Stays here with Southern Utah. The foul against Godot, the second on UT Arlington, and the fourth on Godot. Devin Kiernan back in for Southern Utah. Morgan Triguero heads to the bench.
UTA doing a much better job of staying disciplined and not hitting those arms when they reach in for those pokes and steals.
Chambers will inbound baseline out, 20 on the shot clock for Southern Utah. Inbound to Urick, left block, who's fouled. Kira Reynolds will pick up this one. The third foul already, just 2 minutes and 14 seconds into the quarter.
As I say it.
So we reset again. Chambers baseline out for Southern Utah. 20 on the shot clock. Inbound to Urick. Left block. Takes a dribble. Right-handed push shot up and in for Ava Urick. Up to 26 points to lead all scores. The lead is 10 for Southern Utah.
Yeah, despite this length, she still keeps getting inside and getting the little floaters she loves right over the UTA centers.
UT Arlington looking for an answer. Atchison, right block, going up against Banks, up and over the 6'5" shot blocker for Southern Utah, 57-49. Thunderbirds still lead, 7:15 to go. Urick, right wing, crossover dribble, gets to the paint, finds a cutting Chambers, who gets it swatted away by Bello, out of bounds. It stays with Southern Utah.
Exactly what UTA does amazingly is guard that paint, force them to take those shots, and get that ball out of there.
Ava Urick's tied her season high of 26 points, coming against LMU. The inbound is all the way into the backcourt. Chambers chases it down, though, for Southern Utah. 15 on the shot clock as she crosses the timeline once again. Urick, left wing, drives right into the lane. Can't hit the shot, but a foul is called as Ava Urick is having her way tonight against UT Arlington. And now, under 7 minutes to go, Jace, the game plan might be simple. Give the ball to number 44 and just get out of the way.
Yeah, sometimes basketball is that simple. Give it to your star player, let them go to work, and that's what UTA is doing with Threet. That's what SUU is doing with Ulrich.
Urick knocks down the first, a new season high for the junior. 27 points now, 8 rebounds and 3 assists. Now it's 28 for Ava Urick. 59-49, Southern Utah leads. 6:53 to go in the fourth quarter. Atchison, right wing, guarded by Doman, takes a screen from Kira Reynolds. Pull-up jumper is short. The rebound to Doman in Southern Utah. Kiernan, right wing, cross-court Chambers. Urick, left block. Back out to Doman, right wing. Kick ball violation on Atchison as they try to find Banks on the block.
I love what Urick is doing. She is getting to where she wants. She is taking smart shots. She's not just getting everything up because she is playing well right now.
Chambers will inbound for Southern Utah, baseline out. 20 on the shot clock. Inbound to Urick, right block. Faces up against Robinson. Kicks out to Chambers, right wing. Drifts to the corner, 10 on the shot clock. Now driving, baseline, turnaround. Contested shot, no. Rebound fought for, and a foul is called against UT Arlington and Bello. And now Southern Utah in the bonus, and free throws for the final 6:15 for the Thunderbirds. And when you're already up by 10, this can be huge. Being in the bonus this early, you just have to stay aggressive and get the ball inside.
This is what having a 14 rebound advantage over your opponent does. It gives you those, it makes them foul you, gives you those easy free throws.
Ashley Banks hits every part of the rim before it falls out on her first attempt. Senior from Boise, Idaho, the lone senior on the roster for Southern Utah. Goes 1 for 2 from the line. She has 5 points, 3 rebounds off the bench today. 60-49 Thunderbird lead. Nia Threet, right corner, guarded by Kiernan. Takes a screen from Bello going left. Now they kick out and look to reset. Pull-up jumper just inside the three-point line is good from Hazlett, and Sharika Wright calls timeout, and we'll take it as well. Southern Utah 60, UT Arlington 51, 5:59 to go in the fourth quarter. We'll have the rest after this here live on Thunder 91.
Here at Culver's, we're known for our fresh, delicious food. What most of you don't know is for the last several years, we've been training Southern Utah's most elite basketball players. Sometimes they need instruction, and that's where I step in. Practice makes perfect, but we demand perfection.
Bradshaw Chevrolet Buick is Cedar City's original hometown dealership. Family owned and serving the area since 1931. Obviously, they're doing several things right. Bradshaw Chevrolet Buick is your full service dealership. Sales, service, body shop, detail shop, and their service department stands behind what they sell. And what they sell is a large selection of new and GM certified used vehicles. It's Bradshaw Chevrolet Buick, 360 North Main.
Welcome back inside the AFEC, where Southern Utah holds on to a 9-point lead. 5:59 to go in the Pioneer Floor Coverings and Design fourth quarter. Dallin Richards, Jace Tenney alongside me. It's a 9-point lead for Southern Utah over UT Arlington, and the biggest difference, though not shooting a great percentage, are the Thunderbirds, but it's their three-point shooting.
Exactly, like you said earlier, hitting those shots forces them to come out to you, leaving Ava Urick open for those easy baskets down low.
31% from three for Southern Utah, 5 of 16. Their counterpart, though, in the Mavericks, just 1 of 6 from deep tonight. In a game that's been physical, and you talk about it, opening up shots. Ava Urick hit a couple three-pointers there in the third quarter. She's up to 28 points to lead all scorers. And right now, if you're Southern Utah, I think it is as simple as just giving the ball to Ava Urick and letting her get to work, whether it's on the block or in isolation from the top of the key.
Exactly, because she can score, but she can also pass really well, gets her teammates involved, gets SU moving the way they want to.
UT Arlington comes out of the timeout in their full court trap. Southern Utah to inbound. It's Chambers, Kiernan, Doman, Urick, and Feely, the starting 5 for the Thunderbirds, as Chambers crosses the timeline. Yo-yo dribble against Nia Threet for Sierra Chambers. Now drifts left wing. Pick and roll with Brooklyn Feely. Gets it at the free throw line, going right, layup up and in for Brooklyn Feely. Up to 8 points, has battled with 4 fouls, only playing 13 minutes so far tonight. Nia Threet, top of the key. Driving left into the lane, splits the double team, can't convert. Brooklyn Feely comes away with it for Southern Utah, up to Chambers. Looking to run. Kiernan, left corner. Now slow it down as she drives into the lane. Euro step, handed hook shot, no. Feely's there though for the offensive rebound. Finds a cutting Courtney Doman with the left-handed layup. A great find and a better finish for Courtney Doman. Up to 7 points to go with her 11 rebounds, a team high.
That really is SUU's bread and butter, is that cut from the post into a little bounce pass. It's beautiful.
As it's a floater from the right baseline from Atchison, no. She gets her own miss though. Another right-handed hook shot up and in over Ava Urich. 64-53, 4:38 to go in the fourth quarter. Thunderbirds lead as they find Feely on the right block. Posting up against Nia 3, splits the double team, can't convert on the layup, and Bello comes away with it for UT Arlington. In transition, short on the triple is Hazlip from the left corner. Devin Kiernan chases it down for Southern Utah. Courtney Doman saves it after an arid pass, but UT Arlington comes away with it, just going too fast there. Freshman overshot Courtney Doman. And now going the other way, a blocking foul is called against Sierra Chambers. And that is her third, the second on Southern Utah, though in the fourth quarter.
That is just something Southern Utah can't get going again, is that transition offense. Past couple of times they have had a chance at a bucket. Their passes have been errant and just not on target.
And a hockey line change once again for Sharika Wright and UT Arlington. All four players not named Kendall Robinson, who's at the free throw line for a pair, check out as Robinson's sub sits at the scorer's table awaiting these two free throws. The first one, though, is wide right.
Three coming out of the game as well. I wonder what their offense is going to look like.
One more for Robinson. She's short again. The rebound, though, goes right into the hands of Robinson, who dribbles it off of her foot. And maybe that was just a sign that it was time for her to take a break as her sub gets into the game, as that is Amaya Reynolds. Thunderbirds with the ball, 64-53 lead, under 4 minutes to go in the ball game. Chambers, yo-yo dribble, guarded by Amaya Reynolds. Finds Feely on the right block. Back to Chambers, right wing triple, bullseye. Sierra Chambers struggles through the first three quarters, finds the rhythm here in the fourth. Her first triple of the night, the lead is 14.
Love her resilience. Despite the turnovers and the missed shots, she's still willing to get out there and try her hardest.
A step back three is up and in from Godot as Sharika Wright calls timeout to set up the defense. We'll keep this one here. Southern Utah 67, UT Arlington 56. 3:24 to go in the Pioneer floor coverings and design fourth quarter. Dallin Richards, Jace Tenney alongside me, and Southern Utah has cleaned up the turnovers here in the second half. They've handled the full court trap and zone defense much better against the Mavericks here in the third and fourth quarter.
They really have. They have looked like the better team tonight. They show that they are, without those turnovers, that they are the better team. This lead shows it. It's an 11-point lead. If they keep this up, this game will be far out of reach for UTA.
And if you're Southern Utah, you just have to continue passing the ball around the trap, not allow the trap to get to the ball, and then be patient on the offensive end. We've seen a couple turnovers, just overthrowing outlet passes, trying to get in transition still. Transition points are great. You don't have to force anything, though. The double-digit lead with under 4 minutes to go, the clock is on your side.
Yeah, I agree. If you do get a chance to get up the court to get those easy points, it's awesome, but sometimes it's better to slow it down, drain some clock, force them to get back on defense and tire them out.
Southern Utah will have the ball coming out of the timeout. Starting five on the court: Chambers, Kiernan, Doman, Urich, and Feely. Going up against the full court trap of the Mavericks, the inbound to Devin Kiernan. Up the court, Chambers crosses the timeline and gets double teamed immediately and throws it off the foot of Amaya Reynolds to reset and inbound in front of the scorer's table.
Despite the deficit, that double and triple team is still suffocating.
Doman to do the inbounding duties for Southern Utah. As a kick ball violation, that has to be the 4th or 5th kick ball from Atchison off an inbound. And we redo it once again. Inbound to Feely near the half-court line. Now go into the lane, driving right, dump off to Urick. Can't get the layup, gets her own miss. Put back up and in, and it's a career high for Ava Urick, 30 points.
It's absolutely dominant down low.
Nia Threet looking to answer. That one might have been blocked. Oh, a late whistle as they call a foul on Devin Kiernan. I thought she got all ball. Instead, it's free throws coming for Nia Threet. Free throw attempts 10 and 11 for the senior. Two more free throws coming here for Nia Threet, leading the Mavericks with 21 points. Knocks down the first. And that's a new career high for Nia Threet. 22 points. Her previous career high was 21 back in November against Tennessee State. She goes 2 for 2. And Nia Threet, a player really making up for not playing in the first matchup between these two teams, keeping UT Arlington in this one. As the Thunderbirds look to break the trap. Chambers crosses the timeline, splitting the double team, gets into the lane, dumps to Feely, right block, power dribble, blocked by Kira Reynolds, and another late whistle. Brooklyn Feely will head to the free throw line as they call Kira Reynolds for the foul. Boy, these whistles are starting to come on both sides, but feels like they're late and almost like the officials are being hesitant in a way on what fouls they want to call.
Yeah, it's strange. Most of the time you see these refs decide when they want to call and what they want to call at halftime and during the game. Right now it seems like they're not sure what to call.
Brooklyn Feely knocks down the first free throw. Lead back up to 12 for Southern Utah. 2:44 to go in the ball game. Make it 13, 71-58 as Feely goes 2 for 2. She's in double digits with 10 points. Nia Threet, yo-yo dribble, hands off to Atchison. Driving right, gets the switch with Feely. Scoop shot up and in. Feely can't play physical with those 4 fouls. The lead back down to 11. Chambers is triple teamed immediately, and boy, lots of contact. Chambers, we'll see what they call. There could have been a foul, a travel, a jump ball. I didn't see what they called. And it must have been a held ball. Possession goes to UT Arlington. Chambers came out of that holding her mouth. But it's UT Arlington ball, and it goes to Nia Threet. Top of the key to Kira Reynolds, right block. Guarded by Feely. Spin back right. Too strong on the push shot. The rebound is fought for, and Devin Kiernan comes away with it. Now tension's starting to flare. This jump ball goes to Southern Utah.
You can really see the frustration on UTA. They're playing their heart out on defense. They're just not hitting their shots, so there's an 11-point deficit they still have to overcome.
Chambers with the ball for Southern Utah. This time they break the trap. It's Kiernan getting across half court, finds Ava Urick. Slow things down to Chambers. Near the half court line, breaks the triple team, gets into the lane. Nice no-look pass to Brooklyn Feely. Can't convert on the layup, but she's fouled, and Brooklyn Feely will head back to the free throw line. Boy, what a dump off there from Sierra Chambers. Looks to the left corner and Devin Kiernan, and right as the defense goes for the fake, it's an easy dump off to Brooklyn Feely.
Absolutely beautiful pass. She's showing what type of passer she is, what type of player she is. Despite getting poked and prodded all game, she's overcome those turnovers and still passing like she should.
Brooklyn Feely back at the free throw line for 2 more. She gets the friendly roll on the first, and obviously a career high for Ava Urick is the talk of the town here tonight for Southern Utah. But how about Brooklyn Feely? Battled with foul trouble, won't log 20 minutes in this one, but is up to 12 points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists. She's been impactful when she's been on the court.
Yeah, exactly, and on the defensive end as well.
Nia Threet driving down the right baseline, kicks out to Atchison. Guarded by Doman, into the lane. Scoop shot, no. Rebound, fought for, and an over the back call against Courtney Doman. The 4th on Southern Utah, the 3rd on Courtney Doman. So no free throws yet for UT Arlington. Kira Reynolds at the free throw line. Why is she at the free throw line? She should not be. Tracy Mason is asking the same question, and one of the rare times that coaches write in an appeal to an official, it should not be free throws, and they change it to baseline out of bounds.
Yeah, these refs seem a little bit lost right now.
I think they were surprised at how fast the scoreboard updated to 14 fouls for Southern Utah. But the inbound goes to Nia Threet, left corner, guarded by Devin Kiernan. Gets into the lane, but a moving screen is the reason why. Devin Kiernan hit the deck, and she's fired up, and Sharika Wright got a technical.
Yeah, frustration readily apparent on this UTA team, and you can't blame them.
So free throws coming off the technical foul for Southern Utah. Sharika Wright picks it up, and she's still hot over on the UTA sideline. I think that one, not because of that foul call, because it was clearly a moving screen. I think it's just frustration from how the night has gone as her assistant coaches are trying to hold her back.
Exactly. I couldn't agree more.
Sierra Chambers to take the technical free throws for Southern Utah. She's short on the first. It's just been one of those nights for the point guard.
Yeah, I bet she's tired. She's been running back and forth all night.
Goes 1 for 2 on the technical, so 74-60, Southern Utah leads. And now the officials are breaking up players. Ava Urich is stuck in the middle of it. Boy, tensions are starting to fly. And now Southern Utah will inbound. 1:40 to go, it's a 14-point lead. And inbound to Sierra Chambers, who's fouled immediately, and she'll head back to the free throw line.
I wouldn't be surprised if we see another tech tonight.
Well, and if you're Southern Utah here, you've got to make sure your players on the court keep their cool in this situation. You're up by 14. Don't want to do anything detrimental to give up a lead in the final minute 38, but don't want to do anything that could get the WAC involved going into the game on Saturday as well.
Exactly. You got to keep your head level so that you don't make any errant passes, dumb turnovers, or anything else like that.
Chambers back at the free throw line for 2 more. But first, the officials stop play to have a discussion with Amaya Reynolds and Brooklyn Feely, who heads to the bench with 4 fouls. Ashley Banks back into the game. As Brooklyn Feely's fired up, pumping up the AFEC. As Brooklyn Feely just got a technical foul for pumping up the crowd. And her night is now done. That'll be her 5th personal, and gets a talking to from Tracy Mason. And you understand the pumping up the crowd. It's an emotional game right now, and that's one of those moments where you just got to move on from it. And the officials probably don't call that technical if the tensions aren't as hot as they are on the court.
Yeah, it is a 14-point game, so I understand hyping up the crowd and getting hype, but sometimes you just got to let it cool down, get ready for your next game, because this is almost out of reach for UTA.
Chambers knocks down the first free throw. Has 1 more. Short on the second. And now we get the technical free throws, and who else but Nia Threet for UT Arlington. Career high 23 points, 11 of 11 from the free throw line for the Mavericks point guard.
Shows you how important hitting free throws is.
She knocks down the first. She'll have 1 more, and then UT Arlington will get the ball following the technical foul. Goes 2 for 2, so 1:38 to go in the ball game. 75-62. Southern Utah leading over UT Arlington. Mavericks, though, with the ball, looking for one last heroic run.
SU can't get ahead of themselves. This game is not over yet.
Threet, top of the key, guarded by Kiernan. Pick and pop with Hazlett. Got Doman in the air, stops at the free throw line, airballs the floater, out of bounds. It goes to Southern Utah. Now they look to break the press. They go all the way to half court with Doman. Drifting in, drives down the left baseline, now is triple teamed on the block. Loses it, out of bounds, last touch by UT Arlington though. Southern Utah will be able to reset, baseline out, 24 on the shot clock, 1:19 to go in the ball game. Sierra Chambers, the inbounding duties. They find Doman, left wing, back to Chambers, top of the key. Kiernan, right wing, down to Urick on the right elbow. Give and go with Kiernan, floater, up and in, and one as she is laid out. Bello picks up the foul. Devin Kiernan with her first bucket of the second half. Couldn't come at a bigger time. I don't know how she was able to concentrate to get that floater off. Bello was coming crashing into her.
And she got hit hard. That takes some real skill right there to get the shot up, take the hit, now go to the line and see if you can hit these free throws.
That was the fifth on Bello as well. Her night is done. Rodriguez checks in for UT Arlington. One free throw coming for Devin Kiernan, freshman from Orange, California, Mater Dei High School. Great athletics at Mater Dei as Kiernan can't convert on the free throw. And UTA now looking to run down by 13. Nia 3, pull up triple from the left wing, in and out. Amaya Reynolds is there though for the putback. Exactly 60 seconds to go. As the officials stop play for something. There's 1 minute to go. It's a 77-64 lead for the Thunderbirds. The officials over at the scorer's table trying to figure something out. I would imagine it's the clock. Tracy Mason just threw her arms up and walked away. Hasn't gotten an explanation, but I don't know if, I think she's more frustrated with the stoppage than the officials, whatever they're discussing.
Yeah, if you're SUU, you just want to get this over with. Get out of here. Go prepare for your next game.
And after all of that, we changed nothing. Oh, we do take 3 seconds off the clock. So it benefits Southern Utah. 57 seconds to go. Thunderbirds barely get it inbounded. Now looking to break the trap, they do. It's Kiernan across the timeline. Arid pass though, Ashley Banks can't control it. Devin Kiernan comes away though and rips it away. Gets it right back, and Tracy Mason calls timeout. A great timeout. Southern Utah escapes a near turnover. Devin Kiernan comes back with it and probably got away with the travel too. Started with the ball diving on the court and then stood up with it. But the officials didn't see it that way.
Exactly, great job by the head coach, calling that timeout, keeping your players level-headed, making sure they cool down, make sure they make the right plays, and get out of this game with a win.
43 seconds to go. It's a 13-point lead for Southern Utah. 19 on the shot clock as they'll inbound in near half court on the side out across from the scorer's table. Courtney Doman will inbound for Southern Utah. Chambers, Kiernan, Urick, and Banks, the other four on the court for the Thunderbirds. The inbound to Urick at the Thunderbird logo. Swings back over to Doman. Triple team back to Urick. Back over to Doman, right wing with 8 on the shot clock. Crossover dribble going right. Euro step floater. Rolls around the rim and off. A rebound, no. Over the back against Ashley Banks. And we'll make a long walk to the other free throw line for a pair of free throws. And who else but Nia 3 draws the foul. Back to the free throw line for UT Arlington. It'll be attempts 26 and 27 for UT Arlington, but attempts 14 and 15 for Nia 3. More than half of the Mavericks free throws have come by way of the senior. As she knocks down the first.
Just adding on to that career high in points right now.
I mean, we talked about the tensions flying here in the fourth quarter, and usually you would say, oh, this is the second game in the regular season. We don't have to see him again until maybe the conference tournament. No, think again. This is the WAC in this year with only 7 teams. You play everyone 3 times. And this one will be another rematch in the AFEC on February 14th, 3 p.m. Don't know if it'll be the friendliest of Valentine's Day games between these two teams.
Yeah, it's going to definitely be a good game. The tensions are high. That means basketball's going to be good.
27 seconds to go. Southern Utah called a timeout to advance the ball past half court. 11-point lead, 77-66. Career high night for Ava Urich, 30 points, a rebound away from yet another double-double. On the other side, it's Nia Threet with a career-high 27 points, trying to will the Mavericks to a win. Eventually, though, it turned out to be just not enough help from the surrounding Mavericks, as Ava Urich was the one who got more help from her teammates. And it will be Urich to inbound in front of the scorer's table. No shot clock. We'll see if UT Arlington elects to foul and extend the game, or let Southern Utah dribble it out. Urich gets the inbound to Morgan Triguero, who's triple teamed, and a jump ball is called, and possession goes to UT Arlington. So a turnover here. And I think there it was Morgan Triguero expecting a foul, and then nothing came, and it got tied up. It goes back to the Mavericks. Sellers with the ball, not taking in a huge hurry. Euro steps through the lane, left-handed layup up and in. Lead down to 9 for Southern Utah, 13 seconds to go. They inbound all the way out to Morgan Triguero near half court. Back to Chambers. Chambers nearly crosses the timeline, gets trapped and throws it off the foot of Sellers. Right back is Ava Urich in front of the scorer's table, 7 seconds to go. They inbound to Devin Kiernan. Down to 5, 4, 3, 2. Southern Utah gets their third win in a row, improved to 8-1 in WAC play. 77-68. Thunderbirds on top of UT Arlington here in the AFEC. 14-7 now are the Thunderbirds, 6-3 in WAC play. We'll recap it all and more in the Brad's Food Hut post-game wrap-up after this. You're listening to Southern Utah women's basketball here live on Thunder 91.
Brad's Food Hut is your go-to family-owned traditional fixture in Cedar City. Brad's has options for everyone with burgers, chicken sandwiches, fish and chips, soft drinks, shakes, and more. Want to grab your food on the go? You can call ahead and they'll have your order ready for you at 586-6358. That's 586-6358 for Brad's Food Hut at 546 North Main Street in Cedar City. Brad's Food Hut is proud to support our local athletes and students.
Visit Cedar City Brian Head is thrilled to welcome you to Cedar City, your ultimate base camp for adventure and sports. As you enjoy the game, be sure to take a victory lap through everything our area has to offer. As the gateway to Bryce and Zion National Parks, you can explore our charming downtown, fuel up at incredible local restaurants, and stretch your legs on scenic trails at Kolob Canyons or Thunderbird Gardens. Let the games begin and let the fun continue in Cedar City, Utah. Go to visitcedarcity.com to plan your next trip.
Township Pharmacy is located near the hospital just off Main Street, and Bullock's Drug is downtown. Each pharmacy can fill your prescriptions, and they're happy to bring this broadcast your way. Curbside service available or inside the pharmacy. Township Pharmacy. Brad's Food Hut is happy to present this broadcast. Brad's is a traditional fixture in Cedar City and features the Bronco Burger, fish and chips, grilled cheese, and grilled turkey sandwiches, chicken sandwiches, shakes, and of course, soft drinks. Brad's is located on North Main Street in Cedar City. You're listening to KSUU Thunder 91. Now back to the game.
Welcome back inside the AFEC, where it was a 77-68 win for Southern Utah over UT Arlington. Here as we start the Brad's Food Hut post-game wrap-up. Dylan Richards, Jace Tenney alongside me. And boy, tension started flying in the fourth quarter, but the offense picked up in the second half for both teams. The Thunderbirds, led by a career high in Ava Urich, able to get it done, but more importantly, kept their heads the coolest in the fourth quarter.
Exactly. despite the suffocating defense from UT Arlington, SU was able to break it, get their leading scorer into position to score a lot, and play really well.
And it was a big win for the Thunderbirds. They get their 6th conference win of the year, improved to 14-7 on the home court as a big matchup against Abilene Christian is coming up on Saturday for the Thunderbirds. The Wildcats down in St. George lead by 3 early in the 4th quarter, but the WAC got to defend your home court. Southern Utah did that tonight. A big task coming up on Saturday. But first, what stood out to you the most for Southern Utah defensively tonight, holding UT Arlington down to 68 points?
It has to be their help defense. SU did a great job of when their guy got beat, a guy slid over, guarded that paint, made sure there's no easy shots in the post.
It was Nia Threet with a career high 27 points for the Mavericks and 15 of 15 from the free throw line, but nobody else got into double digits for UT Arlington, and that was the biggest difference. Southern Utah, you had Ava Urick with 30, but then you look, Sierra Chambers got up to 11, Devin Kiernan added 10, Brooklyn Feely added 12. You had Courtney Dolman with 7 points, but the 11 rebounds and a couple assists and blocks as well. Was really dominant from start to finish. You can't overstate how much of an impact Courtney Dolman has on the court.
Exactly. She did an amazing job tonight with 7-11 on she may be 2 for 7 on shots, but her rebounds really were the most impactful part of her game.
As this is the Brad's Food Hut post-game wrap up, it's time for the Bullock Drug in town, or the Township Pharmacy and Bullock Drug Player of the Game. Jace, who wins Player of the Game honors for the Thunderbirds here tonight?
It has to be Ava Urick. She showed why she was the best player on the court. She had 39 and 4 tonight, which is insane. Her career high for her. She played really well tonight.
Yeah, Ava Urick did it from all 3 levels on the offensive end in her career high, 30 points, 9 of 11 from the field, 2 of 2 from 3, 10 of 12 from the free throw line for the junior. A big game for the Thunderbirds. They look to extend their winning streak as they host Abilene Christian on Saturday. That tip-off at 2 p.m. live here on Thunder 91. It's been a long night. I promise I still know how to talk, but for my color analyst, Jace Tenney, our stream operator, Rob Bursdy, and our students in the radio station making us sound better than we deserve, we'll get you back to commercial-free music as the Thunderbird win 77-68 over UT Arlington here in the AFAC.